Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome live to Fargo, North Dakota. We're inside the Fargo Dome for Section Championship Thursday today, as we bring you the second game of the day that features the Stephen-Argyle Storm taking on the Kittson County Central Bearcats in the Section 8 9-player football championship coming up here very shortly. Hello once again, everyone. I'm Dawson Peterson with Josh Boyko, our sideline color commentator down on the field. Welcome inside the pregame show tonight, as it's being brought to you by Solely Realty of Boston. So, Josh, the Stephen-Argyle Storm back here in the section championship game after defending or winning the section title last year against Warren Alvarado Waslow, and a chance today against Kittson County Central. But the Bearcats, they're undefeated, and it's going to be a tall task for the Storm to get back to the state playoffs.
Yeah, these two teams are very familiar with each other. In a battle earlier in the year, Stevens-Argyle Central's only loss coming to Kittson County in close fashion, but 38 carries for Kellen Johnson, 213 yards for him in that performance. And man, there's some talent running the ball on both of these teams. They're both going to try to establish that run early and often.
Well, this should be a heck of a game between the Bearcats and the Storm. For Kittson County Central, they played in that 0 week, which was back on August 22nd. So they got a bye later on in the season that came on October 15th. That was that MEA week. They got the bye in their final week of the year. They got the bye in the quarterfinal round because the Bearcats are the #1 seed. And then they beat BGMR in the section semifinals 37-12. So over the last 21 days, Josh, Kittson County Central has only played 2 games, and today is their second game, so they're well rested.
Yeah, well rested, and you just gotta hope there's no rust involved in that. When you don't play for a while, you get outside of that rhythm. Yeah, you can get healthy, you can get less banged up pretty much. So they're hoping they can turn that into an advantage and still roll in with a lot of momentum.
Well, and you probably just heard the loud cheer of fans here on the near sideline as we just wrapped up the Section 4 9-man football championship, where Hillcrest Lutheran Academy beat the Border West Buccaneers 35-14. So it's Hillcrest Lutheran Academy off to the state quarterfinals after the 35-14 victory over the Border West Buccaneers here in this one inside the Fargo Dome. This is the Solely Realty of Boston pregame show, leading the way for real estate in Northwest Minnesota since 1968. It's Solely Realty of Boston sponsoring our pregame show tonight, and our pregame coverage continues after this on KKCQ and yourliveevent.com.
Ultima Bank Minnesota is ready to help you and your family unleash adventure. Whatever the season, whatever your passion, snowmobiles, campers, ATVs, and side-by-sides, they can help make your dreams a reality. Stop by one of their offices and speak with one of their loan officers today. Winger, Foston, Plummer, Bemidji, East Grand Forks, and Gary. Ultima Bank Minnesota and ultimabank.com. Member FDIC.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
The auto dealers of Ada are ready for fall with huge savings on all new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as huge savings on OEM parts and accessories. Lee Brothers Sales and Kelly's Chrysler Center have a nice selection of trucks, vans, SUVs, and cars, plus many fresh trade-ins and new 2026 models available for order. You can see all their inventory online at LeeBrosAdaMN.com and Kelly'sChryslerCenter.com, or stop in and talk to one of their friendly salespeople. The auto dealers of Ada, serving the Red River Valley and Lakes Country for over 90 years.
Cooler weather is coming. Make sure your home stays cozy and efficient with blow-in insulation from Ada Building Center. Ada Building Center has received a huge truckload shipment of blow-in insulation. You'll now get better pricing and more ways to save. With every insulation purchase, the use of the blower is absolutely free. Lower your heating costs and keep those dollars in your pocket. Blow-in insulation. Now's the time to buy from Ada Building Center, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada.
Welcoming our viewers back here on yourliveevent.com as well. It's time to get into our pregame coaches interviews, brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank of Red Lake Falls. And it's Josh Boyko down on the sideline with Kittson County Central Bearcats head coach Corey Whaling.
Thanks, Dawson. I got Corey Whaling here with me for the Kittson County Central Bearcats. And take me through what the keys to this game are going to be tonight.
Like, as always, just play your game. Offensively, we have to use the tools that we have there. We have some speed, so hopefully the turf will help a little bit of that. But be sticky on offense with our blocks, and then defensively, assignment sharp. We have to be able to line up correctly, trust our keys, and then go play football.
Yeah. Both these teams like to run the ball a lot. How important is it going to be to establish that early, get some good time of possession drives going?
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that they're going to really want to do is keep the ball away from us. First time we played against them, we're able to get them off the field a handful of times, which then creates some offense for us. So definitely that's part of the key here.
Yeah, close battle between you guys in the first meeting between these two teams. How do you make sure it comes out in your favor tonight?
Just that, guys stepping up, playing their positions, and seniors leading, and those underclassmen pushing them, and see where chips fall.
Any players we should be looking out for specifically tonight?
No, the front of the jersey, the Bearcats. They're one thing. So.
All right, thank you very much. Good luck out there tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
And that was head coach Corey Whaling of the Kittson County Central Bearcats joining us on the pregame show here this afternoon. Our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank of Red Lake Falls. And Josh, I like that comment, right? You ask about the players that we should be keeping our eye on. The Bearcats, they've got some studs out there, but Coach Whaling, not mincing words, really just saying Bearcats on the front of the chest. Yeah,
just keeping it simple. Hey, this is one unit, this is one team. That's how they're going to operate here tonight, and that's what they're looking forward to, is just getting out there and playing as a team, playing their type of style, run that football hard, get to the edge, cut up field on these option and pitch plays. That's what we're going to see today.
And that was head coach Corey Whaling down on the field with our own Josh Boyko with our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank of Red Lake Falls. It's the second game of the day after Hillcrest Lutheran Academy beat Border West moments ago 35-14 in the Section 4 9-player football championship. This one, the Section 8 9-player football championship. The Solely Realty of Austin pregame show continues after this on KKCQ and yourliveevent.com.
A country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. A Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, A Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
This is Drew Ness, your local ag business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada. Over my nearly 2-decade career, I've prided myself on being a relationship lender, listening to my customers, and providing custom-tailored solutions based on their financial goals. With true local decision-making done right here in the Red River Valley, you can be sure American Federal Bank will be with you every step of the way. Call 784-7121 or stop by the office and visit with me, Drew Ness, your local experienced ag business banker at American Federal Bank in Ada. Member FDIC.
Welcoming our viewers back on YourLiveEvent.com. This is the Solely Realty of Fosston pregame show, and we continue our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank of Red Lake Falls. Josh Boyko down on the sideline with head coach Ethan Marcus of the Stephen-Argyle Storm.
Thanks, Dawson. Coach, we're coming into this game where both these teams have had successful season to this point and a match against each other that was decided in close fashion. How do you make sure you come out on top in this one?
Well, we got to play a lot better than we did in the regular season. I think we can do that today. I think we're better prepared here, and we just got to be sharper, or it's going to be a tough day against them.
What's the preparation difference like for a regular season game against this team versus postseason when you know this one's where it counts?
Well, I think you have a little bit more information, and as I mentioned, a little bit better prepared against this team. They're a talented team. They're strong. They're undefeated, and we got to play a lot sharper on our part here today in the playoffs.
Both these teams like to run the ball, play pretty fast around the edges. How big is that going to be in today's game?
Oh, that'll be a big game. You know, we've got speed on both sides and a lot of fast guys, so it'll be exciting and fun, and we got to limit their big plays.
How do you make sure you can keep contained on the edges today?
Well, I think, as mentioned, a little better preparation here. I think we're got a better plan here. I think we're ready to go, and you know, it I guess comes down to you just got to beat the guy crossing you.
All right. Best of luck today, Coach. Thank you.
All right, and that was Josh Boyko with head coach Ethan Marcus of the Stephen-Argyle Storm joining us on the pregame show with your pregame coaches interviews brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank of Red Lake Falls, your hometown community-focused bank dedicated to sharing our heritage and sharing our future. From personal checking and savings to business, home, and agricultural loans, they're ready to support you at every stage, online, in the branch, or right from your phone at Dakota Heritage Bank of Red Lake Falls. This is the pregame show from Solely Realty of Fosston, and it continues after this as we get you ready for the Section 8 9-player football championship. The Kittson County Central Bearcats against the Stephen-Argyle Storm here on KKCQ AM and on YourLiveEvent.com.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
Linforce Agency and Auto Owners Insurance care about the success of our local communities, businesses, and farms. We are cheering right alongside you for area students, athletes, and their achievements. We're here to celebrate your milestones and are with you through the unexpected. Our team of insurance agents is committed to helping you find a policy that fits your needs. At any of our locations, we will work with you to ensure that you and those you care about most are protected. Give us a call today at 218-435-6585 and check out our website at linforceagency.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Favorite part of living in Argyle.
The fantastic people of this community.
It was very welcoming.
Everybody's friendly, everybody says hi.
Because it's fun. Look at this.
That's a really important part of our town is our school pride.
You know, make people proud that they can live here. Tell people, hey, I'm from Argyle.
You have to come see it for yourself. Words can't describe what I'm trying to explain to you. You have to come and get the experience yourself.
It is Championship Thursday from Gate City Bank Field here in Fargo as we bring you live game coverage of the Section 8 9-player football championship. Kittson County Central taking on the Stephen-Argyle Storm. These two teams played back in the regular season. It was a 2-point game. 26-24 was the final score in favor of Kittson County Central. The Bearcats undefeated up to this point so far in the year. And the last time Kittson County Central was undefeated, they would win the section championship, and then they actually went on to lose in the quarterfinal round of the state playoffs. That was back in 2022. I'm Dawson Peterson, Josh Boyko down on the field, and our main man Christian behind the camera doing some engineering on yourliveevent.com. And Josh, for Kittson County Central, actually make that Stephen-Argyle as you're on the sideline over there. What's the energy like down there as we talk some keys to the game for the Storm? And it's going to be a big physical battle this afternoon, I think.
Yeah, just before these teams went onto the field, I was able to hear kind of while they're still in the corner what the atmosphere was like, what that pregame speech was, and the message is, hey, we're just going to try to enjoy the heck out of this moment right here because this is only going to happen one time. You're only going to get to play this game one time, so we're going to go out there. We have to execute the game that we prepared for all week long, and for Stephen-Argyle, just trying to prepare so they can come out on the winning side this time of this matchup that these teams are very familiar with each other. Kellen Johnson, he gets a lot of touches, got nearly 40 touches against this team last time, so this is a guy to look out for today.
Well, the Stephen-Argyle Storm, like you alluded to, Josh, was a 26-24 game back in the regular season for the Kittson County Central Bearcats. They sound like they're all business, according to their head coach in our pregame coaches interview. You asked him who are the key guys that we should be keeping our eyes on, and he said Bearcats across the chest, and this seems like a business trip for the Bearcats.
Yeah, keeping it all business. That's a good way to put it. Is they're coming into this game as a unit, as one. They are not going to be strained from their style of game, and that's exactly how they're going to get it done, all behind each other. That is the tempo that they're looking to play, and the style that they're looking to impose. Is you're going to feel that Bearcats on your chest every time there's a hit made today.
Well, and it's always a physical brand of football when these two teams match up. The Stephen-Argyle Storm, the defending section champions after they beat Warren Alvarado Oslo a season ago, 42-14. Today for the Storm is their third consecutive appearance in the in the section championship game here inside the Fargo Dome, and trying to defend that title, but a tall task ahead of them with the Kittson County Central Bearcats, who are undefeated on the season. This is the Solely Realty of Foston pregame show, and it continues after this on KKCQ and yourliveevent.com. At D&D Commodities of Stephen, your friendly neighborhood bird seed plant, we're committed to premium nutrition for birds, small animals, and wildlife. From wild bird seed to caged bird and small animal blends, we provide top quality products at great value, so your backyard and pets stay happy and healthy. And just like we fuel nature, we're cheering on the Stephen-Argyle Storm football team in the section championship. From all of us at D&D Commodities, go Storm!
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Welcome back on YourLiveEvent.com as well. Dawson Peterson, Josh Boyko down on the sideline. And Josh, before we talk more keys to the game for these two teams, because we know it's going to be a physical matchup, let's talk about that Section 4 championship a little bit with Hillcrest Lutheran Academy beating Border West 35-14. And Hillcrest, they're going to be a tough out in the state playoffs if they play like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Ethan Swedberg put on a clinic as the Hillcrest Lutheran Academy Comets put up 35 points in an air raid. Most of the time in high school, you're seeing a lot of these tricked up offenses, run, play style type of offenses, but it looked very quarterbacky is what I was calling it when Swedberg was dropping back. The posture in the pocket, the evasiveness when the rush got there. He was just the best athlete out on that field today, and his receivers, Berge was in there as well doing a lot of work for the Comets, so they will be a tough out as they're advancing on now.
Well, in a lot of teams, you won't see them throw more than 7, 8, maybe 10 times per game, depending on how the game goes, of course. But for Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, even when they started the second half, they came out slinging, and they were trying to put the nail in the coffin right away.
Yeah, I mean, even out of halftime, it was 21-8, I believe, going into the locker room. Hillcrest got the first opportunity coming out of the locker room. They get that first possession. They drive down, get a score. You go up by 3 possessions, and then it's a much easier way to go into that second half, into that third quarter, knowing you're up a few touchdowns, and even if you make a mistake, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Well, we're 5.5 minutes away from the opening kickoff here in the Section 8 9-player football championship. Kittson County Central, the number 1 seed, undefeated on the year. Not a blemish to be found on that record. Taking on the Stephen-Argyle Storm, the number 2 seed, who has the 1 blemish on their record, and that came against Kittson County Central back in week 3, 26-24. So, Josh, Stephen-Argyle won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So we're going to see that Kittson County Central offense first, who's currently on the field still warming up. But what do you want to see from that Bearcats offense right away?
I think it's the time of possession battle that's going to be something to keep an eye on. When you have these two teams that run the ball as much as they do, who's going to convert on those 3rd and shorts, those 3rd and mediums to extend drives and allow your team to stay out there and make that opposing defense work really hard, and it wears them down. So maybe those guys that play both sides of the ball going to be a little bit less effective on the offensive side. So Kittson County Central with the ball first, they are going to be looking to have a nice opening drive, get some points, time of possession, and limit what Stephen-Argyle can do right away.
So Stephen-Argyle, though, defensively now, what do you want to see on their side of the ball? You want to be physical, of course, up front, but maybe if they could get a lucky bounce or two and turn the Bearcats over. They don't do it very often, but if they could turn over KCC, that would certainly bode well in their favor.
Yeah, turnovers are the one thing in a close game that can really decide it, because when you've got a regular season sample size of 26-24 and teams that are this evenly matched, a turnover is the difference in that game usually, because it ends up in a short field situation or a switch in momentum at least, and it ends up just turning the game in the favor of whoever can force one from the defensive side. If you can score a defensive touchdown, you've just completely flipped the script on a game, which can get you back into a game, or it can accelerate you even further into the lead.
Well, that's definitely a good point, and I know for Kittson County Central, their junior quarterback and Eli Peterson, up near 1,000 yards throwing on the year, has 16 touchdowns and has only thrown the 2 interceptions. Back in week 3 against Stephen-Argyle, they didn't have to throw the football a ton. Eli Muir ran 18 times for 109 on the ground, and he hit pay dirt 3 different times. Peterson through the air was just 9 of 13 for 75 yards. So we'll see Eli Peterson throw it around the field a little bit. For Stephen-Argyle, they kind of run that tight offense with the 2 wingbacks backs, and this is something else to hit on, Josh. Defensive assignments, like the Bearcats head coach said, is going to be a big thing.
Yeah, defensive assignments for sure. The linebacker spot's going to be an interesting one to watch today, because if you are one-dimensional on the run, those linebackers are going to sneak up towards that line of scrimmage and start limiting those ground gains. So if you can pull a well-timed play-action pass out of the playbook and get those linebackers up near the line of scrimmage, you have something open in the middle of the field most likely, and it's an opportunity for yards after the catch.
Well, this is the Solely Realty of Fosston pregame show. Stephen-Argyle, they're ready to go. Well, there's still 2 minutes on the game clock. Kittson County Central in the left end zone on our left-hand side. We're going to take a quick break. The opening kickoff between the Bearcats and the Storm, the Section 8 9-player football championship from inside the Fargo Dome on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
Embrace the joy of community at Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halstedlivingcenter.com.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six.
Ford takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome back inside the Fargo Dome here on YourLiveEvent.com as we get ready for the Section 8 9-player football championship. Kittson County Central taking on the Stephen-Argyle Storm. And welcome back here on KKCQ 1480 AM, 99.7 FM, as well as on KQ92 out of War Road. Welcome inside the pregame show, the final segment of the pregame show from Solely Realty of Fosston. Dawson Peterson, the play-by-play voice, with Josh Boyko down on the sideline as your color commentator, and Christian Bowen is behind the camera engineering on YourLiveEvent.com. As we look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Hugo's Family Marketplace and Hugo's Express in Fosston. Stephen-Argyle, they're going to be announced as a team. Let's look at the Storm defense first then. Anders Thompson is the starting safety. Defensive end, Raiden Winorovich. Linebackers, Dylan Widner, as well as Owen Widner. The other safety is Shea Setterholm, and defensively up front, Corbin Clausen, Caden Paniak, Keenan Cernsky is the nose tackle, and Rylan Anderson, the defensive tackle. For the Kittson County Central Bearcats, offensively, Eli Muir is the starting fullback, Ashton Knutson the running back. The ends are Brody Scalise, James Serkinick, wingback Kellen Johnson. Offensive line, Keaton Brewer the guard, Willie Nelson on the inside as the center, and Sam Webster the other offensive guard. Eli Peterson, the senior quarterback, make that the junior quarterback, I beg your pardon, calling the signals for the Kittson County Central Bearcats. Josh down on the sideline. What's the energy like down there? Gate City Bank Field, the Fargo Dome, the biggest stage of the year.
Oh yeah, biggest stage of the year for sure, and it's a good turnout from both of these sides. And the Kittson County side pretty loud with the introductions coming out, and they're ready to see their team get this ball and try to punch it in on that first possession.
Well, Stephen-Argyle, the defending section champions in Section 8, beating Warren over at Owasso a season ago. Kittson County Central back here in the section championship with an undefeated record. The last time the Bearcats were undefeated was in 2022. and Kittson County Central would go on to win the section and play in the state playoffs. Stephen-Argyle won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Back deep for the Bearcats. Looks like Eli Muir and Ashton Knutson. As we are ready to go from inside the Fargo Dome, and we are underway. It's a bouncing ball that's fielded up at the 33-yard line, up across the 35 on the near right hash. The up guy for the Bearcats was number 88, and Kellen Johnson takes it up to the 40-yard line. First down and 10 from there for the Bearcats.
Yeah, conservative kick to limit the Bearcats. Not going to have much of a return on a bouncing ball like that, but you don't get the type of depth on a long kickoff. So a pretty decent starting field position about at the 40-yard line for the Bearcats.
And here is that Bearcat offense led by junior quarterback Eli Peterson. First down and 10 on the 40 as they march from right to left. Opening possession of the game. It's a pass ripped down the seam. Looking for number 23 and Brody Scalise, and trying to catch the Storm a little off guard. The pass was well high. It falls incomplete in the secondary.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea coming out with a little bit of a shot play with a play action going towards Muir, the fullback, and then you go over the middle, just sailed the pass a little bit. But you can have some of those opportunities in the middle of the field if you can establish that run first and then draw those linebackers up to the line of scrimmage like I was mentioning earlier.
Well, Peterson threw just 7 passes, or make that 13 passes in the Week 3 win. Second down and 10, ball on the 41st possession of the game. Peterson under center, 2 running backs in the backfield. It's a fullback dive. Eli Muir bullies his way up to the 45-yard line to the 47. It's a gain of 3 yards and a third down.
That's a decent job on that offensive line, though, just creating a little bit of a gap and able to get to third and manageable here, getting 7 yards on that play. Just picking up enough to where you can open up the playbook, do whatever you want here on 3rd and 3.
And especially right around midfield, you're maybe thinking 4-down territory on drive number 1, 11:20 first quarter. Peterson under center. Their deep running back is Ashton Knutson. Football on the 47, 3rd down and 3. Handoff up the middle again. This is Muir out to the outside. Crosses the 50-yard line down to the 45. And that's a gain of 8 yards for Muir and a Bagley Co-op Association first down.
Yeah, nice job like we were mentioning in the pregame. Just want to move the chains, get some time of possession rolling off this clock, and keep that keep that Stephen-Argyle Central defense on the field as long as possible.
And Muir on the inside. Haven't seen anything to the outside yet in this one. It's 1st down and 10, the first down of the game for Kittson County Central. They have it 1st and 10. In Storm territory on the 45. Toss to the right side, goes to Knutson. Strung out east and west. The Bearcats do go outside on this 1st down play, and the Storm have them gobbled up across the way, and it's 2nd and 10, maybe 2nd and 9. It's a short gain.
Yeah, we saw gang tackling there, and it included Shea Setterholm, who we'll see at quarterback for Stephen-Argyle Central on the other side of the ball. But you can see multiple guys rallying to the edge. They set the edge so they did not get out leveraged and allow the runner to turn upfield.
A 1-yard pickup for Ashton Knutson, who's approaching 1,000 yards on the year. He's hit pay dirt 9 different times. 2nd down and 9. Football on the Storm 44. Peterson under center. Handoff to the left side to Knutson. A little misdirection from right to left, and it goes nowhere. He's stoned at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 3rd down.
That was Dylan Widner there, the linebacker. The senior stands 6 foot tall, nearly 200 pounds. He came up and he set the line of scrimmage. He reestablished it and drove the Kittson County offensive line backwards, and that is a short gain, so it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, looking for maybe a passing down now for the Kittson County Central Bearcats. 3rd down and 9. Ball on the 44. They hit on their last 3rd down attempt, and this play call's taking a long time. The play clock's already inside 10, down to 6, down to 5 as they cavalier-like come up to the line of scrimmage. Bearcat fans are getting restless. 2-1. Peterson doesn't snap it, and that's a flag. A delay of game against Kittson County Central. They never saw the play clock, and they're going to back up 5.
Yeah, the Bearcat faithful behind me here, they could see that play clock winding down, and it was just a half second too late with the official looking at that play clock. You usually you look at it to make sure it's at 0, then you look back to see if the ball is snapped, so you kind of get that extra half beat. But they did not get it off within that half beat. It'll back them up to 3rd and 14 now.
So rather than 3rd down and 9, 3rd down and 14, more than certainly a passing down, but 4-down territory for Kittson County Central. What do they have here on this 4th down? Peterson, interior handoff goes to Muir as he goes across the 45, down to the 42, and Muir picks up 8 yards. Doesn't get the first down, but it makes it 4th down and 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what you're going for on a 3rd down and long play call. You want to get at least half of the yardage back to make it 4th and at least a thought of going for it, especially at this point in the field where a punt doesn't get you much, where you're either probably going to take a delay to back it up a little bit, or you're just going to straight out go for it like we expect them to. Now they might be calling out special teams.
Well, 4th down and 6, and they are going to punt the football. Nope, it's a fake. It's a fly sweep to the far side. Knutson's got the first down. 35-30. Sidesteps him in at the 25. And he's driven out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And a 21-yard gain for Ashton Knutson. And the Bearcats hit on 4th down.
Oh, they caught us all off guard right there. I mean, that's the part of the field you'd try it, though. You get that fly sweep to the edge, and, I mean, there's at least a hint of that in your mind as the defensive special teams there. We got to make sure we're lining up these blocks on the special teams, get ready to receive this. But no, it's coming back the other way on the fly sweep, and it's a 1st down.
Bearcats knocking on the door of the red zone. Peterson, play action, lofts it near corner, incomplete in the end zone. Looking for his intended receiver that time, and number 35 and James Serkinick. It falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, Serkinick had a step behind the defense there in the pass, just a little bit too far out to his outstretched arms, was leading him towards that pylon, but just a half beat off. It's an incomplete pass, but you like to see them taking a shot right after they convert.
A diving effort by Serkinick comes up short. First drive of the game, the Bearcats trying to punch in this long possession. Less than 9 to go, no score. Peterson under center, ball on the 21 of the Storm. Handoff to Knutson. Tries to get to the outside, across the 20-yard line. Gets popped at the 18 and falls forward to the 17 on the near left side. And it's a gain of 4 yards, 3rd down.
Another gang tackle effort there. Setterholm was also in there, coming up from that safety spot that we'll see him in today.
So this is already the third down of the drive that Kittson County Central is facing. They're 1 of 2 on 3rd down. They hit on that 4th down for a gain of 21. That extended the drive. This is series number 1 for Kittson County Central. No score, 8:15, quarter 1. Peterson under center on the 3rd down and 6. Play action rolls out to the right. It's a throwback back to the left. Pass is caught by Muir, and he's got guys out in front, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kittson County Central. And it's 6-0 Bearcats.
And it could not have been done without the blocks on the outside. The guard, Keaton Brewer, 81, and Willie Nelson, the center, both throwing critical blocks on that play. Just road grading out in front. Easy walk-in touchdown.
A 17-yard touchdown pass from Muir to Knutson that time. Or excuse me, Muir, I beg your pardon. And here comes the 2-point conversion attempt. Make it the point after. Extra point attempt by the Bearcats. Snap spot, clean operation, and the kick not close. So it's no good. But Eli Muir has run the Bearcats to a 6-0 lead. 8:03 first quarter, and we've got a flag after this play.
So late flag too. The Bearcats sideline was
personal foul, roughing. Replay the try.
Oh, and they're going to redo it.
Yes, there was a roughing the kicker right there. As you can see, Brewer is hobbling off to the sideline right now, so they're probably going to go for 2, I would think, if their place kicker is out of contention right now for this one play.
So the 2-point conversion attempt now will come from the 1-yard line. 8:03 first quarter. Eli Muir, a 17-yard catch from Eli Peterson. Makes it 6-0, and the 2-point conversion attempt for the Bearcats after the personal foul penalty against Stephen-Argyle. So we redo the try. Bearcats up to the line of scrimmage. Peterson under center. Knutson and Muir, the deep backs, split in the backfield. Play action, quarterback power, right side, little option, flips it out to the perimeter to Knutson, and he's in. The 2-point conversion attempt is good. 8:03 to go first quarter. Kittson County Central leads it 8-0. Storm football. We'll see the Stephen-Argyle offense coming up after this on KKCQ, KQ92, and yourliveevent.com.
Agency and Auto Owners Insurance care about the success of our local communities, businesses, and farms. We are cheering right alongside you for area students, athletes, and their achievements. We're here to celebrate your milestones and are with you through the unexpected. Our team of insurance agents is committed to helping you find a policy that fits your needs. At any of our locations, we will work with you to ensure that you and those you care about most are protected. Give us a call today at 218-435-6585 and check out our website at linforceagency.com.
Welcome back to Gate City Bank Field inside the Fargo Dome. 8:03 to go, first quarter. Kittson County Central strikes first, making it 8-0. And we'll see that Stephen-Argyle Storm offense now for the first time. A long drive that takes up not quite 4 minutes of time for the Bearcats. Graydon Winorovich back deep to return this kickoff for Stephen-Argyle, number 7. And it looks like it's Knutson that does the kicking for Kittson County Central. Line drive, kick, bounces at the 20-yard line, angles to the near side. Winorovich at the 11, to the left side, now up the middle of the field, 25, up to the 30, not quite, he's still on his feet, he broke 2 tackles, spins his way across the 35, spun down at the 37, first down and 10 for the Storm from there. A kickoff that looked like it was going to be rough for the Storm. Makes it first down and 10 from their own 37.
That's a dynamic return. You could see the spin move put on display, a little hezzy, a little bit of everything there from Winorovich as he set the Stephen-Argyle Central squad up with decent starting field position after, like you said, looked like they were going to be pinned back maybe about the 20.
So the Storm will have it first down and 10, their first drive of the game, trying to match the early score from Kittson County Central on their own 36. The quarterback, Shea Sederholm in the gun. Receiver, 2 of them to the right side. It's a quarterback power for Sederholm on the right side, in between the hashes, up across the 40 to the 42. A gain of 6 yards for Sederholm, and it's second down. A 6-yard pickup for Shea Sederholm that time. Makes it second down and 4. Carried the rock 3 times in that Week 3 matchup against Kittson County Central earlier in the year. Second and 4 from their own 42. Sederholm in the gun. Another quarterback power left side. Has a little lane. Wiggles his way up across the 45. Directly in between the hashes up to the 47. Right on that Bison logo. And it's a Bagley Co-op Association first down.
That's a good job these first couple plays. Just going quarterback keeper, but the offensive line and the wings going to work. Anders Thompson that time throwing a key block from the wing spot is able to get down the field and pushing his guy back, paving the way.
So after that first down run by Shea Sederholm makes it first down and 10, not quite to midfield. 7 minutes to go, first quarter, play clock to 10. Receivers to the left side, Thompson and Winorovich, he's in the slot. Sederholm stands in the gun, waist high snap, option to the left side, has his running back in Ryan Swanson, angles back towards the middle, crosses the 50, into Bearcat toward territory, in between the hashes and the numbers on the far side. And for Ryan Swanson, a gain of about 6, maybe a short 7, and it's second down.
Starting to mix up who's taking these carries, but either way, it's a balance of speed and power as these lines try to move each other and displace at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Kellen Johnson carried the rock 38 times in Week 3. He has not touched the football yet so far for the Storm. Here's second down and 3. Johnny on the spot. Johnson bullies his way inside the 45, down to the 43 on the left hash, close to the line to gain, and the clock stops, and they have it. It's a Bagley Co-op Association first down for Kellen Johnson.
Johnson just puts his head down there, lowers the shoulder. Low man wins in that situation. He gets that first down to the 43, ball on the move.
Well, with the chains moving across the way, 6:04 first quarter, 8-0 Kittson County Central. Storm football, second down and 3, first down and 10 on the 46. Sederholm in the gun, 2 receivers on the right side. It's a power with Shea Sederholm. Took it to the outside, then angled back towards the middle, not quite to the 40, down to the 41. 2-yard pickup, second down for Shea Sederholm.
Kellen Johnson on the defensive side making the play for Kittson County Central along with teammate Track Foland.
Well, a couple of characters out there. Kellen Johnson on Kittson County Central and Stephen-Argyle, and there's a Willie Nelson out there as well, Josh. How about that?
Yeah, we get all the good names out here. We got all the Polish names coming through too, so we'll have all the crazy spellings to go with it.
Second down and 6. It's Winorovich, a toss to the left, and that goes nowhere. As a matter of fact, he loses 3 as it's number 23, Brody Scalise, from his linebacker spot, flying into the backfield. Winorovich loses 3, and it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's the danger. If you are going toss plays, you are pitching the ball behind the line of scrimmage with these options and tosses. And if you get it sniffed out on defense, there's a chance you can pin them for a sizable loss. Now it's 3rd and long.
First 3rd down of the game for Stephen-Argyle. 3rd down and 10 on the Bearcat 43 from left to right. Center home the chest high snap, looks to the right, fires a fastball short at the feet of Winorovich on the near side at the 39. It's incomplete, and it's 4th and 10.
Brock Scalise was able to get in that cornerback spot, number 8 in green for the Kittson County Central Bearcats. He's just set up at the sticks. Smart way to line up. Everything is going to be played in front of you, so you're moving forward with your momentum to make that tackle, and it forced a short throw along with some pressure from the D-line.
It looks like now the Storm will punt. Dylan Widner does the punting duties. Back deep to return for Kittson County Central. Ashton Knutson on his own 15. Clean snap back. Right-footed punt is away. High spiraling kick to the far side. Bounces at the 21-yard line. Bounces backwards toward the Storm, and it's downed by Caden Paniak. 1st down and 10 for the Bearcats from there. So, Josh, Stephen-Argyle can't match that opening score by Kittson County Central, and now the defense not on their heels by any means, down 8-0, but they're going to have to make some stops here down by a score.
Yeah, we got to a lot of 3rd downs on that first drive for Kittson County Central, so the only thing that Stephen-Argyle Central has to do is to really just convert on those 3rd down plays, get them to 4th and longer, because they gave up the fake punt, which was the turning play on the last drive.
Peterson under center, play action, out route, far side, quick hitter, Brody Scalise out at the 30-yard line, gain of 8 yards, 2nd down.
That's another time that we've seen him open up a drive with a pass play. Opened up the first play of the game with a pass play that sailed high and then kind of set the tone on the run game. They're kind of working backwards from how you would maybe expect, trying to be unpredictable in a game where they're trying to put all the chips to the table.
2nd down and 2, ball on their own 30 for the Bearcats. In front 8-0, 4:25, quarter 1. Peterson under center, interior handoff. This is Knutson. Wiggling his way up across the 35 to the 37. 7 more yards for Knutson on his 5th carry of the game. And another Bagley Co-op Association 1st down.
Another thing you like about that out route to Scalise on 1st down, sets up 2nd and short, which means you could do anything in the playbook. You could take a shot 30 yards down the field. You could run the ball straight ahead like that, and it still is a high rate of success for picking up a 1st down, which they do.
4 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8-0 Kittson County Central. Bearcats from right to left. Peterson under center. Roll out. Loops to the left side. It's a quarterback power. Puts his shoulder down, and he lost the football. It's recovered by Stephen-Argyle at the 38-yard line. No signal yet. No signal from the officials. Bearcat fans, you can hear him saying that, no, he was down. Still no signal. It was a clear recovery by Stephen-Argyle, and it's going to be 2nd down.
A clear recovery from Winorovich there, but the runner was down by contact after just a yard or so. So a big break for the Bearcats as they will retain the possession after Winorovich was Johnny on the spot there and got on that fumble quickly.
Boy, it would have been a big turn of events here in this first quarter. Would have set up the Storm on the 39 in Bearcat territory, but instead, Bearcats keep it. 2nd down and 8. Football on their own 39. Peterson under center from right to left. Handoff right side. This is Knutson as he runs into a wall at the 41-yard line. A gain of 2 yards for Ashton Knutson. And another 3rd down upcoming.
Yeah, we were talking in the pregame, who's going to get that turnover, who's going to get that big play that turns a game in your favor, and Stephen-Argyle Central was that close to being able to take away a football and have a short field to go down to try and tie this game up, but they'll have to get this 3rd down stop. It's a situation that they were in on drive number 1. We'll see what they can do in the 2nd defensive possession to try and get off the field.
Bearcats are 1 of 2 on 3rd down. Peterson under center, fakes a toss to the right, back to pass, and he's in trouble, and he's sacked. Back at the 38-yard line. A combination that time of number 55 in Rylan Anderson and number 27 in Reed Rivard. And it's a big loss, and we're going to see a Bearcat punt.
Yeah, and the reason that Rivard and Anderson were able to get there was the defense from Raiden Winarovich. He was covering that route in the flat that it was designed to roll out to the left and find the primary option there. But Winarovich, who would have recovered the would-be fumble, is able to cover up well on the edge.
Back deep to return for the Storm is Ryan Swanson. Right-footed punt is away. A spiraling kick back at the 25. Swanson's going to let it bounce as it trickles inside the 15, down to the 14. First down and 10 for the Stephen-Argyle Storm from there. 8-0, Buck 56, quarter one, Bearcats on top.
Yeah, great punt, and it flips the field. That's exactly what you want to do to recover from a drive that bogs down, pin the opponent deep.
Well, Josh, we've seen the offense and the defense for both squads that time, and your thoughts here early, well, rather late in the first quarter.
It was good to see Stephen-Argyle Central defense show up as they were able to force some third down and shorts, third down and mediums like we've been saying, but they do get off the field, and they were able to move the ball a little bit in their first drive. We'll see what they can do to run it here.
On their own 14, handoff left side, left hash. This is Kellen Johnson across the 20 up to the 21. A gain of close to 6 or 7 by Kellen Johnson, and it's second down, 1:40 and counting first quarter. Make it a gain of 6 yards that time for Kellen Johnson. 3 carries, 16 on the ground. Second down and 3. Football on their own 21. Less than a minute and a half to go. Motion out of the backfield. Setterholm back to pass on a straight drop. Clean pocket. Pass to the near side. Caught by Thompson at the 30-yard line. Spins over his shoulder. Angling to the sideline. Down at the 35. That's a 14-yard connection from Setterholm to Thompson and a first down.
Yeah, not sure how they lost Thompson there, as he's just wheeling around on the right side, and there was not much of a contest there to be made. Easy pitch and catch for a first down.
Bagley Co-op Association first down as the sticks move for the Storm offensively. 1:05 to go, first quarter, 8-0 Kittson County Central. Setterholm under center, I formation. Winarovich, make that Thompson is the deep back. Rather, no, that is Winarovich, who took a handoff to the left side, back towards the middle. No gain, maybe a half yard, and it's second down and long. And Winarovich in this one so far, 2 carries, minus 2 yards, got one of those yards back. 30 seconds to go now, first quarter. Ball on the 35. Stephen-Argyle on their own side of the field. Setterholm under center. Handoff left side. Swanson up across the 40. Angles back towards the middle. In between the hashes. 41 up to the 42. Call it the 43, and it's 8 more yards for Swanson. And third down.
Got a helmet off on Kellen Johnson for Stephen-Argyle Central. Is going to have to go off to the sideline, get that fixed up real quick, but a good run on second down that's going to put third and short on the board for the Storm.
Stephen-Argyle still trying to match that opening score from Kittson County Central. 10 seconds and ticking. See if they snap it here on third down and 2 on their own 38. Setterholm has it. Quarterback sneak. Plunges right up the middle across the 45. Down at the 49-yard line. It's a first down for Shea Setterholm on the quarterback sneak. And that is the end of the first quarter. Your score on the Lynn Forrest Insurance Agency scoreboard. Kittson County Central 8. Stephen-Argyle nothing on KKCQ. YourLiveEvent.com. The second quarter coming up next.
Market County Grain LLC is proud to support the Stephen-Argyle Storm as you take the field or the court. Remember that hard work and determination leads to success, both in sports and in the field. Just like you, we strive for excellence with speed, service, and solutions to keep our farmers moving forward. Best of luck to the Stephen-Argyle Storm. Play hard, play smart, and bring home the win. From all of us at Market County Grain LLC, go Storm.
At LifeCare Medical Center, our employees are part of a team who care not only for the patients we serve, but for each other. With a wide range of opportunities, both medical and non-medical, LifeCare is the perfect choice for those seeking a first job opportunity or a career transition. Beyond growing your career and thriving within our culture, experience highly competitive benefits as part of our Total Rewards program. Choose LifeCare Medical Center.
And also here on yourliveevent.com, Dawson Peterson, Josh Boyko down on the sideline. It's an 8-0 Kittson County Central lead. We start this second quarter. The Storm have the football on their own 49. They've got it first down and 10, converted a third down on the previous play before the quarter break. Setterholm under center. Handoff goes to Winorovich. Spins off a guy at the 50 in between the hashes, and he's driven down to the 47. And a gain of about 6 yards, make it 4 yards for Winorovich, and it's second down.
Yeah, those are important yards from Winorovich there. That spin move, we saw him on the kickoff return earlier, able to shake some tackles, get some extra yards, and doing it on first down, just making it a positive gain, getting to second and medium here. That's a big difference between second and 9.
So second down and 6 now on the 47 of Kittson County Central. Setterholm under center, wing back on either side, handoff. Kellen Johnson plunges across the 45, not quite down to the 40, takes it to the 42. It's a gain of 5 yards for Kellen Johnson, who carried the rock 38 times in this week 3 matchup, makes it third and short.
Yeah, good progress still being made on the ground by the Storm right now. That's their identity. That's what they're going to keep doing. I expect another run here to try and pound the rock for another first down and third and short.
1 of 2 on third down. Setterholm, quarterback sneak in between the hashes, gets a nice push and takes it to the 39. 3 more yards for Shea Setterholm. Another first down for Stephen-Argyle.
Setterholm, a senior quarterback. He's 5'10", 162, so using some of that strength to try and power through, and he does there with the assistance of the offensive line.
Early second quarter, 8-0 Kittson County Central. Linfor's Insurance Agency scoreboard. The Storm, the defending section champions, trying to defend their title. Kittson County Central trying to stay undefeated. First down and 10 for the Storm from the Bearcat 39. Play action, Setterholm back to pass, under pressure, loops out to the right side, has nothing, and he's ripped down from behind at the 44-yard line, sacked by Keaton Brewer of Kittson County Central. It's a big loss of 5 yards.
Yeah, Brewer making his presence felt on the defensive side after he plays guard on the offense, and he was also the kicker that got roughed on the PAT attempt earlier in the game. Had to come out, was a little bit shaken up after the roughing penalty, but now he's back in there and he's making a big play on the defensive side, gets that sack.
Second down and long now for Stephen-Argyle as Setterholm will stand in the gun. Johnson, the running back on the right side. Thompson goes in motion out toward the right. Setterholm loops it right side. Up for grabs and snaring it out of the air. Right in Winorovich on the far right sideline at the 25. What a grab that time by the senior for 17.
The unbelievable athleticism of Winorovich is still on display as Scalise was there in coverage in a good spot too. But his head was not quite turned around, so it gave the advantage to Winorovich on the offensive side. He's able to make the contested catch for a first down.
Graydon Winorovich high points the football that time, gives the Storm a new set of downs. First down and 10. Setterholm in the gun from the 25. Quarterback power dances in the backfield, down across the 25-yard line. Still surging forward after a slight push down to the 20. 5 yards for Shea Setterholm. Second down.
You mentioned it, Dawson, still surging forward after the first contacted 2 yards after the line of scrimmage. He's able to just keep his feet churning, and with the assistance of a nice push, he's able to pick up an extra 4. That's a big extra 4 because now you got second and medium.
2 receivers out towards the right side, second and 4. Thompson slot right, Winorovich wide right. Setterholm in the gun, trying to match that 8-0 score. Quarterback power, and that goes nowhere for Shea Setterholm. Trying to weasel his way on the inside. It's no gain. The Bearcats gobble it up, and it's third down.
When I was talking with Corey Whaling earlier, and he was saying it's all the Bearcats on that front of the chest. That's what the quarterback just felt right there, getting driven back. That's a bunch of Bearcats, a pack of them, making a stop together, gang tackling on defense.
So third down and 4, football on the 19. Stormer in the red zone. Down 8-0. Setterholm is under center. Fullback behind him. Wingback on either side. 3rd down and 4. Turns. Hands off. Johnson covers up the rock with 2 hands. Takes that baby inside the 15. Down to the 12-yard line. 7 yards for Kellen Johnson and a first down.
Key block from Dylan Whitner on the left guard side there. Able to kind of seal that gap that they were trying to run through. It helps them pick up that first down.
A series that started with $1:56 left to go in the first quarter. 8:24 second quarter. Setterholm under center on the 12 of Kittson County Central. Handoff right side. Kellen Johnson angles to the right. Puts his head down at the 5, and he's down there. 7 more yards that time for Kellen Johnson, and it's second down.
It's kind of death by paper cut right now. It's not been 10-yard runs this drive or anything explosive, really, but they're getting into the right downs and right distances to keep doing their style.
Second down and 3 from the 5. Handoff. Johnson puts his head down again, trying to issue another cut to the defense of Kittson County Central, and he is going to be short by a half a yard. Picks up 4, but it does give the Storm a new set of downs as well.
Yep, good spot there by the officials inside the 1-yard line as the backside goes down right before he's able to cross the goal line. But they're starting to impose their will on that running game with Kellen Johnson. We see why he gets so many touches.
Stephen-Argyle from the half-yard line. Setterholm is in. Quarterback sneak, and it's 8-6.
Just a quick sneak power game in there, and not much that the Kittson County Central defense could do inside the half-yard line. So this game is going to be attempted to be tied here midway through the second quarter. Stephen-Argyle Central just a methodical drive down the field and able to punch it in.
Multiple quarterback sneaks on that possession by Stephen-Argyle to keep the possession up. Here's Setterholm under center. 2-point conversion attempt. Winarovich motions out to the left. Inside handoff, Kellen Johnson, and he nearly walks in untouched. And we are tied at 8, 7:19 to go. Second quarter, Kittson County football, Kittson County Central football, when we return on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
At Northern Roots Insurance Agency, we know that a good season can make all the difference. That's why we're here to help farmers protect their investments with reliable crop and hail insurance, customized for the unique needs of northern Minnesota. And just as you work hard in the fields, our Stephen-Argyle teams have worked hard all year. We wish them the very best. Northern Roots Insurance Agency, rooted in our community, committed to our farmers. Give us a call today and go Storm.
Championship, YourLiveEvent.com. Stephen-Argyle just went down the field. 86 yards to tie it at 8 after a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Shea Setterholm. Here's the kickoff back to Kittson County Central. A liner to the near side that angles out of bounds as Eli Muir, watch it, goes out at the 25. So we'll see if Kittson County Central wants them to re-kick. Great job by the officials getting the football back. No lack of hustle that time. So they are going to re-kick, and this time it'll come from the college spot where they do the kickoff from at the 35-yard line. It looks like the Storm, are they going to change kickers? Whitner back there kind of wandering around the tee, and Reed Rivard is still going to do the kicking. Back deep for Kittson County Central here is Muir and Knutson. 7:19 second quarter, tie game at 8. We're ready here, and back to Kittson County Central. That's a nice kick by Rivard, fielded at the 24, middle of the field up to the 30. Patient return, near side, 35, 40, trying to get the sideline. Knutson, he's escorted out of bounds inside the 45-yard line up to the 47. First down and 10 for the Bearcats from there.
Big time return, setting up a short field. And I mean, time is not really a factor, still 7 minutes, but you get to just have the advantage of, we can take our time on this drive right now. We can just impose our will, try to get back some of that time of possession we lost on that previous drive on defense. The Bearcats set up for a good starting field position.
Bearcats scored on their opening series, made it 8-0. Handoff right side. Kittson back towards the middle. Had to sort of gallop around his own guy across the 50 into Storm territory down at the 48. And now it's second down for Kittson County Central from our left to right inside the Fargo Dome. Gate City Bank Field. Dawson Peterson up top. Josh Boyko down on the sidelines. Christian Bowen behind the camera. Good game here so far.
Now we're starting to see those bell cow running backs starting to get more touches. Kittson on the Bearcats side with that kickoff return, starting to feel a rhythm on the offensive side with the handoffs too.
Second down and 5, interior handoff. This is Kittson, wiggles his way from the middle to the right side, gets about 2 yards. Muir makes the tackle for, or excuse me, Muir on the carry, I beg your pardon. It's
yes.
A short gain, and it's third down.
Yeah, they sneak both of those guys in the backfield, and they're a dual threat between the fullback with Muir and then Kittson, kind of that deeper back in the backfield. So they can go to either one of them. That's why it's tough for a defense to hone in on just one option.
The third down of the game for Kittson County Central. They're 1 of 2 so far. Third down and 2 from the Storm 45. Peterson handoff left side. Mirrors stacked up. No gain. Fourth down.
You can hear the roar behind me right now. The Stephen-Argyle Central squad in the stands. They are fired up about a third down stop, and we'll see what the decision is here for fourth down.
Maybe a loss of 1 yard that time for Muir. 4 carries for 24 yards. It'll be fourth down and 3 for Kittson County Central, tied at 8 here in the second quarter. The clock running down. Coach Whaling talking with Eli Peterson. The play clock's going to wind down to 10, and we're probably going to get a timeout from Kittson County Central. There it is. It's a Foston Tri-Co-op timeout. Biggest play of the first half. Coming up after this, it's 4th and 3 for the Bearcats when we return to the Fargo Dome on KKCQ and YourLiveEvent.com.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back on KKCQ, KQ92 out of War Road. Thanks to the fellas for board hopping behind the scenes on KQ92. Kittson County Central, Stephen-Argyle, we're tied at 8. Section 8 9-player football championship. Biggest play of the first half here. Bearcat football, 4th down and 3. From the Storm 46, the Bearcats are going for it. Peterson is under center, goes back to pass on a straight drop, looks left, pumps once, pumps twice, back to the near side, 45 to the 42, and Peterson is popped there, very close to the line to gain. He needed 3, and it looks like he got 3.5. It's a first down. A hard piece of running that time by Peterson, and the chains move for the Bearcats.
That is a gritty run right there by your quarterback. He sees nothing on the first couple of reads to his left, looks middle, looks right, sees nothing, so he's taken off, and he put his shoulder down to get that first down. He didn't fall forward, but it was enough to where putting the shoulder down got him at the line to gain, and it does convert for a first down.
First down and 10 now on the Storm 42. Peterson, play action, pumps to the left side, throwback again, back to the right, pass is caught by Johnson, down the near sideline, breaks free, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Kittson County Central. It's Kellen Johnson on the receiving end of that football that time. From 42 yards, and it's 14-8 Kittson County Central.
What a huge swing right there, and Johnson just staying up. You hate to call him the other Kellen Johnson, but he's out of the backfield, and he did not go down on contact.
Here's the extra point, and it is good. Kellen Johnson has just run the Kittson County Central Bearcats to a 15-8 lead with 4:29 to go in the second quarter. Storm football, can they answer? We'll find out next on KKCQ, KQ92, and yourliveevent.com.
Seed here with Eric from Performance Ag. What's the details on the seed available?
We carry Rob Seco. Integra seed as our flagship through Wilbur Ellis. We carry them all. Sugar beets, corn, soybeans, wheat. I mean, there's not a crop that they want to grow that I can't get. Like we like to say at Performance Ag, we don't want all the business, just yours. So the best way to reach me is my cell number. It's 701-799-0356. 701-799-0356.
Welcome back on KKCQ and yourliveevent.com. Josh Boyko, we just saw a heck of a touchdown. Kellen Johnson doing a lot of tough running after catching the football from 42.
Yeah, I mean, you saw on that play that the quarterback was looking left. Sederholm was looking left. His read wasn't there, so he had to adjust. He finds his man on the right side with Kellen Johnson out of the backfield, who makes a man miss. And then it looked like he was going to get shoved from behind and out of bounds, but he just got propelled forward and stayed on his feet and was able to just coast in at that point.
Makes it 15-8. The point after attempt was good. Bearcats by 7. The Storm have Raiden Winorovich bobbing around back on the 15-yard line. It's a short kick. The Storm got to get on it. They do it. Swanson at the 30, trying to survey what he has as he brings it up the left hash for a couple of yards up to the 34-ish yard line. And that's where Stephen-Argyle will start.
And sorry, of course, that's Peterson on that pass touchdown there for Kittson County Central.
So first down and 10 for Stephen-Argyle. 4:21 left to go. Second quarter, 15-8, Bearcats by 7. Stephen-Argyle football. First down and 10 from their own 33. They start drive number 3. Sederholm is under center. Johnson, the deep back. Handoff goes to Kellen Johnson. Tucks the football under his left arm as he angles across the 35. Left side, outside the hash, up to the 37. And a gain of 4 yards for Kellen Johnson. They get 5, and it's second down.
It was a big drive here for the Storm. You've got 4 minutes, so kind of in that 4-minute tempo offense. So you're used to this, but it's big to try and punch this one in. Maybe even tie this, take the lead before the half, because you get it when you come back.
Second down and medium, handoff to Johnson again. A few jump cuts on the inside across the 44 up to the 45. It's 7 more yards for Kellen Johnson and another first down. And that's a good point, Josh. You get the football out of the halftime, so you're really in no rush here on this final drive before the end of the first half, trailing 15-8. First down and 10 from their own 45. Sederholm is under center. Handoff again to Johnson as he weasels his way back across to the 50, slightly into Kittson County Central territory. And it's another nice gashing of 5 yards for Kellen Johnson.
Anytime you can try to double up going into halftime and coming out, that is a huge turn of events in a ball game, and that's what Stephen-Argyle Central wants right now. It's not like they're on the ropes or anything right now. Just down one possession, see if you can get at least a score on one of those drives.
Second and 4, another handoff to Johnson right side. Some extracurriculars back in the secondary. Flags flying on the middle of the field. I don't think it's because of all of that back there. And it's going to be a
personal foul, face mask, 85 on the knee.
Well, that's a big one. It's a face mask against Kittson County Central and a free 15 for Stephen-Argyle.
First down.
And you saw that that face mask comes in there on the ball carrier, trying to get that tackle, and it was a short gain, but the face mask negates that and is going to back up Kittson County Central's defense even further.
So the face mask penalty puts Stephen-Argyle inside the Bearcats 35 at the 34. First down and 10, 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Bearcats in front 15-8. Sederholm under center, Winorovich and Thompson the wingbacks. Kellen Johnson the fullback takes another handoff, carried it 38 times in week 3. This is his 12th time this afternoon. He picks up 3 yards directly in between the hashes, and it's second down. Maybe rather a second down and 8. For the Stephen-Argyle Storm, they'll have it on the 31 of Kittson County Central. Setterholm back under center, 2nd down and 8, toss to the right. Johnson's got a block in front of him, outside the 30, spun out of bounds at the 25. 6 yards for Kellen Johnson, and it's 3rd and short.
At some point, it's just about getting the pitch count, getting the touches for Kellen Johnson. Just get the ball into his hand, and good things are usually going to end up happening.
Well, and that's a good point. Kellen Johnson, he's carried the rock now 13 times, up over 70 yards. Runs of 5, 6, 7 yards. Really the biggest so far. Here's a 3rd down and 2, and Shea Setterholm is going to get another quarterback sneak. 1st down conversion on the right hash down to the 22. 3 more yards for Shea Setterholm and another 3rd down conversion for Stephen-Argyle. They've converted 4 in a row.
This is exactly the kind of drive you'd like as you're nearing 2 minutes to play in the first half. So trying to just milk some of this clock and then get into the end zone.
The Storm down by a score. 15-8. They have it 1st down and 10, knocking on the door of the red zone. Setterholm under center, wing back on either side. Shea Setterholm, play fake, back to pass. Under pressure, he's got to get rid of it, and alertly does so back at the 10-yard line. Applying the pressure by Kittson County Central. Brock Scalise came flying in untouched off the edge, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I mean, that's a well-timed blitz right there. The Kittson County Central defense says they're getting too much of a rhythm. We're going to have to throw a changeup in there. They send the corner blitz off the edge, not picked up. So Setterholm did his best to evade, but had to get rid of it.
10 yards to go on this 2nd down from the Storm from the 22 of KCC. Handoff left side. Johnson gets down inside the 20-yard line, down to the 18. It looked like a Bearcat defensively got into the backfield, but Johnson slid by him as the Storm are in the red zone, and they're facing another 3rd down, this time of 6 yards.
Kellen Johnson rarely going down on first contact, trying to break through that line as much as possible and get to the 2nd level. Gets 4.
3rd down and 6. Toss to Johnson, right side. He's got the edge. 15, cuts it upfield, 10, and he's escorted out of bounds back at the 6-yard line. Rather inside the 10-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 5. It's a 1st down. 13 yards for Kellen Johnson, his biggest carry of the afternoon.
Sooner or later, he's going to start breaking one, and they are inside the 5-yard line now is where they're lined up. So number 5 is always a good option to go once you get to this spot.
He's in the 3-point stance in the backfield. 1st down and goal from the 5. Handoff goes to number 5, and Kittson County Central snuffed it out right away. The handoff went to the right side. Johnson gets brought down that time by Ashton Knutson on the right hash. No gains. 2nd down.
Yeah, Willie Nelson also in there for the Bearcats, was able to get a piece of that tackle as well.
Stephen-Argyle has 60 seconds and counting remaining in this 2nd quarter. They've got all 3 timeouts. Trying to punch it into the end zone, knotted up at the break. They'll get the 2nd half kickoff. Setterholm under center from the 5-yard line. Quarterback sneak, why not? Takes it down to the 3. 2 more yards for Shea Setterholm, and there's that timeout from Coach Ethan Marcus and the Stephen-Argyle Storm. A 3-yard plunge from Shea Setterholm is going to make it 3rd down and goal for the Stephen-Argyle Storm. It's a Foston Tri-Co-op timeout. We're back in 30 seconds after this.
Since 1989, Phil Thompson and Associates has been one of Minnesota's leading crop and hail insurance agencies, providing critical financial services to agricultural operations. From bookkeeping and tax planning to payroll, we're here to help you succeed. And we're not just about business, we care about our community. That's why we're wishing all the area teams best of luck in the upcoming section tournament games. From Phil Thompson and Associates, affordable, high-quality service with a personal touch.
Back here inside the Fargo Dome on KKCQ, KQ92, yourliveevent.com. Stephen-Argyle has it 3rd down and goal from the 3. Trailing by a score, 15-8. It's a 7-point ball game as we approach the half. Section 8, 9-player football championship. Foston and Fertile Beltrami waiting in the wings. They'll warm up here at the halftime and get on to Gate City Bank Field. Get used to the cozy confines of the Fargo Dome. Stephen-Argyle, 3rd down and goal. They'll have a couple of shots at it. Setterholm under center. Kellen Johnson has 88 yards on the afternoon. Setterholm, Johnson, left side, and he's going to be short at the 1. 2 yards for Johnson. 4th and goal.
That's a huge stop right there by Eli Muir. coming up from the secondary spot. He lowered the shoulder and made sure that Johnson couldn't go forward. They're going to go quickly here at the 1-yard line.
And Setterholm, a couple quarterback sneaks to pick up some first downs. They're going to take another timeout. This time, Kittson County Central calls the TO. We'll take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds.
At Northern Roots, every drop of rain has a place to go, and the Red River Watershed Management Board is making sure it gets there safely. We work to reduce flooding, protect farmland, and keep our rivers and lakes clean for you, your family, and future generations. When the waters rise, we're ready. Learn more at rrwmb.us. The Red River Watershed Management Board, managing water, protecting communities. Visit them online, rrwmb.us.
Welcome back on KKCQ AM, KQ92 out of War Road. Thanks for joining us. It's a 4th down and goal for Stephen-Argyle here in the section championship game. They're down by a score. The football is on the half-yard line. They come up to the line of scrimmage, trailing 15-8, 27 seconds to go in the first half. Setterholm is under center, hard count. When Roberts motions to the left side, it's going to be close, and the quarterback sneak, he's down. They didn't get it. The turnover on downs for Stephen-Argyle at the half, maybe the quarter-yard line. Wow.
I'm looking down the pylon right now. You cannot move that ball pretty much any closer than what it is to getting it into the end zone. It is less than a football, less than a half football away from being in the end zone right now. What a stand from Kittson County Central.
So now the Bearcats offensively will have it from almost the goal line. They're going to call a timeout. They need a little breathing room with 22 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 15-8. The Bearcats just kept the Storm out of the end zone. We're back in 30.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Back here on KKCQ, KQ92, Kittson County Central has it from about the half-yard line after keeping the Storm out of the end zone. 22 seconds remaining in the half. Eli Peterson under center. The Bearcats needing some breathing room. Takes the snap. Quarterback sneak up in between the hashes. Got a yard. And makes it 2nd down. Good news, though, for Stephen-Argyle, Josh. They get the football to start the second half.
They do, so they have a chance to redeem that drive that ends up a half-yard short. So we'll see what they can do on the other side of the half. But right now, a little bit of a bittersweet taste in the Storm mouth right now because of looking up a half-yard short.
Well, that is the end of the first half. Kittson County Central leading the Stephen-Argyle Storm 15-8. Lynn Forrest Insurance Agency scoreboard in the Section 8 9-player football championship game. The halftime report here brought to you by Bid It On Auctions, bididon.net. 15-8 your score at the end of the first half. The halftime report coming up on KKCQ, KQ92, and yourliveevent.com.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here.
Back here quickly on your live event in KKCQ. Josh, take it away with Coach Marcus of Stephen-Argyle.
Coach, just saw you shaking your head for a moment there, coming up a half-yard short on that last quarterback sneak there. But how do you go into the locker room approaching this second half down a score?
Well, we can't have that. Thankfully we get the ball back here right away in the second half, and we've got to finish. You can't go all that way with all that work and not capitalize. So it's disappointing, and we got to play better.
How do you end up being able to finally punch one in here? As the drives have been moving the ball and the responses have been good, how do you finish drives?
Well, just that, find a way to keep moving those chains and keep moving the ball forward. We've got to be good with our plays here, and guys got to be tough at the tough opponents. So we got to dig in, and we got to get a good start here in the second half.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Coach.
And that was Josh Boyko with the head coach of the Stephen-Argyle Storm, Ethan Marcus, kind enough to take some time and chat with us quickly here at the half. The Storm down 15-8 after your first 24 minutes of play, and they had a chance to try and tie it up, but they got stopped at the line of scrimmage on a quarterback sneak from the half-yard line. Shea Sederholm couldn't punch it in. It's 15-8 here at the break. The halftime report brought to you by Bid It On Auctions. BidItOn.net continues after this on KKCQ, KQ92, and YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Susted Family Market is a family-owned and operated grocery store in Stephen, Minnesota. Established in 2023, Susted Family Market provides fresh produce, groceries, and meat to the community. Open on weekdays from 7 to 6:30 p.m. and weekends 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Stop in for all your grocery needs. Susted Family Market would also like to extend a best of luck to the Stephen-Argyle teams competing. Your hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed. From Susted Family Market. Terrog Manufacturing in Stephen, Minnesota produces quality products under our brand name Black Ace. Your drives deserve the best components in the industry, and Terrog Manufacturing makes that happen. We are composed of knowledgeable staff, friendly personnel, and expert craftsmen. Our business is dedicated to providing you with the highest level of customer satisfaction and service. Terrog Manufacturing would like to wish the Stephen-Argyle teams best of luck. Go Storm.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Back here on YourLiveEvent.com. 15-8 at the half. It's Kittson County Central on top of the Stephen-Argyle Storm. As we summarize that first half, the Bearcats went down the field on their opening series. They went 60 yards and scored, and it was Peterson to mirror. Two-point conversion attempt was good, made it 8-0 at that point. Stephen-Argyle on their first offensive possession, they would punt the football away after about a minute and a half. And then Kittson County Central, the Storm, do a nice job of holding the Bearcats to a punt. Stephen-Argyle answers that early score with a 1-yard quarterback sneak by Shea Sederholm, made it 8-8 at that point. And then back to Kittson County Central, where they would go 53 yards. And it was a 42-yard passing touchdown from Eli Peterson to Kellen Johnson, made it 15-8 at that point. The big one here in this first half, Stephen-Argyle got the football on their third possession on their own 33. They had plenty of time because they're getting the football to start this second half, so they're really in no rush. They got it all the way down to the half-yard line, had it 4th down and goal. A quarterback sneak by Shea Sederholm, and he couldn't punch it in. They came up short. The Bearcats stood up at the half-yard line to hang on to the 15-8 lead at the end of the first 24 minutes of play here this afternoon. As that is your first half score, 15-8. Lynn Forrest Insurance Agency scoreboard. Kittson County Central on top of the Stephen-Argyle Storm. The halftime report from Bid It On Auctions. BidItOn.net continues after this on KKCQ, KQ92, and YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Bruce Visser from Visser Grading. Visser Grading is a road maintenance contractor. Visser Grading says give it your all in the academics, athletics, and the arts. Being involved in your school and its activities promotes teamwork that will guide you towards success. Visser Grading wishes all students the very best in all of their activities. My family and Visser Grading thank you for allowing us to be maintaining your roads, and we hope to for many years to come. Visser Grading, a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
When you have a project that requires rock, gravel, crushed asphalt, or crushed concrete, or you need some trenching work done, call Visser Trenching of Ada. They'll move the dirt, they'll haul the rock, they'll take care of you. They do a great job. Call Visser Trenching Ada, 784-4381. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Visser Trenching.
For nearly 40 years, West Main Pizza has been serving up hot, delicious pizzas and other favorites, like sub sandwiches, calzones, chicken wings, pasta dishes, paninis, and more. With 2 locations on East Main in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, we offer dine-in, takeout, and online ordering at westmainpizza.net. Discover more than just pizza at West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, your neighborhood favorite since 1986.
Argyle Storm. And now back on yourliveevent.com. Let's get to some first half numbers brought to you by Smile Designs of Fosston. For the Kittson County Central Bearcats in that first half, Eli Muir had 5 carries for 24 yards. Ashton Knutson had 7 carries for 40. 4 carries for minus a yard for Raiden Winorovich. Eli Peterson through the air. For Eli Peterson, he had the minus 1 yard rushing. He was sacked once in that first half. Peterson through the air was 3 of 5 for 67 yards and 2 touchdown passes. The 2 touchdown passes going to Eli Muir from 17 yards and another one to Kellen Johnson from 42. And then also Brody Scalise had an 8-yard catch in that first half. For the Stephen-Argyle Storm, Kellen Johnson carried the rock for 17 times, 90 yards rushing. 10 carries for 29 for Shea Setterholm. And then Raiden Winorovich, the 3 carries for 2 yards in the first half. Setterholm was 2 of 4 for 31 yards through the air. Both passes, or rather a pass caught by Anders Thompson for 14 and Raiden Winorovich for 17 yards. Not a ton of penalties in the first half of play. 2 against Kittson County Central and 1 against the Stephen-Argyle Storm, as those are your first half stats, with Kittson County Central leading 15-8 here at the break. First half stats brought to you by Smile Designs of Fosston at Smile Designs by Sandwick. They are committed to your health, beauty, and relaxation. Visit their website to book an appointment for braces, clear aligners, therapeutic, or cosmetic aesthetics. And after your appointment, schedule to relax and unwind in their state-of-the-art massage chair with Smile Designs of Fosston. 15-8 after your first 24 minutes of play. It's Kittson County Central on top of the Stephen-Argyle Storm. And the halftime report from Bid It On Auctions, bidit.net, coming up next on KKCQ, KQ92, and yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search Your Live Event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Ultima Bank Minnesota is ready to help you and your family unleash adventure. Whatever the season, whatever your passion, snowmobiles, campers, ATVs, and side-by-sides, they can help make your dreams a reality. Stop by one of their offices and speak with one of their loan officers today. Winger, Fosston, Plummer, Bemidji, East Grand Forks, and Gary. Ultima Bank Minnesota and ultimabank.com. Member FDIC.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Final segments of the halftime report here this afternoon as Kittson County Central leading the Stephen-Argyle Storm 15-8, Section 8 9-player football championship game. Dawson Peterson alongside Josh Boyko down on the sideline. Christian Bowen behind the camera. Josh, we've seen a hard-nosed first half and a lot of action. Really, I didn't expect anything less. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much as advertised and should be pretty dang close to tied up with how close that first match was between these two teams, and then being a half inch essentially away from Stephen-Argyle Central punching it in at the end of the half. This game should be right back up tied essentially. So we expect that Stephen-Argyle Central is going to get that ball first, come out of halftime and come out swinging to try and even up the score and punch that in the end zone a half inch more that they needed.
So do you think Stephen-Argyle is going to rip one through the air a little bit more in that second half, or what are your thoughts?
Well, their identity is the run, so I think they are going to keep to the run. Maybe they can just try and catch them off guard a little bit with the passing play, maybe a play action, and maybe get a running back out on the boot or something like that. Then you can open up some different looks compared to what they've been seeing already.
How about for Kittson County Central now trying to sustain the 7-point lead with as close as it's been?
Yeah, it's interesting because they've kind of been working backwards. They've been going first down pass to start drives, and then they're backing it up with the runs and staying run heavy the rest of the way, and it's been working for them, so I expect them to do more of the same.
All right, well, we've got a doozy inside the Fargo Dome here. The Section 8 9-player football championship. 15-8, Kittson County Central leading the Stephen-Argyle Central Storm. It was 26-24 when these two teams did battle back in the regular season in Week 3, which feels like such a long time ago now. And, I mean, realistically, it was a month ago. But what a game we've got inside the Fargo Dome. It's our second game of the day. The third game with Foston and Fertile Beltrami coming up after this. We'll have radio coverage on 96.7 FM, back on yourliveevent.com. And then we'll also have the fourth and final game, Red Lake County versus Mahnomen-Waubun. Here, that game will be on KRJB and Gold 101.5 KRJM, also back on yourliveevent.com. We'll be back 60 seconds away from the second half. Kittson County Central and Stephen-Argyle. The second half on the way next on KQ92 and yourliveevent.com. And actually now let's go down to the field. Josh Boyko with the head coach of the Bearcats.
Yes, thank you. And just coming back here and take me through. You guys got a touchdown lead at the end of this first half here. So what's the keys to keeping the pedal to the metal for a second half?
It's the same thing from the beginning. Just got to play your assignments, do your job. Had a lot of guys stepping up there. We need some more guys to step up in the second half to finish this out.
Goal line stop there at the 1-yard line. How big is that with Stephen-Argyle Central getting the ball to start the second half?
The ball is second half here, so that was huge. That's huge. So we got to get another stop here.
Time to go do it. Good luck.
Yeah, that was head coach Whaling of the Kittson County Central Bearcats here on the halftime report. 30 seconds away. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We're back after this.
The Auto Dealers of Ada are ready for fall with huge savings on all new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as huge savings on OEM parts and accessories. Lee Brothers Sales and Kelly's Chrysler Center have a nice selection of trucks, vans, SUVs, and cars, plus many fresh trade-ins and new 2026 models available for order. You can see all their inventory online at LeeBrosAdaMN.com and Kelly'sChryslerCenter.com, or stop in and talk to one of their friendly salespeople. The Auto Dealers of Ada, serving the Red River Valley and Lakes Country for over 90 years.
Back at Gate City Bank Field inside the Fargo Dome, Section 8 9-player football championship. Kittson County Central and Stephen-Argyle 15-8 here at the break. I'm Dawson Peterson. Josh Boyko down on the field. What a game it's been here in this first half. Stephen-Argyle will get the football here to start the second half. Raiden Winorovich back at the 15-yard line, ready to return this kick. Doing the kicking for Kittson County Central, it's Ashton Knudsen. See if we can see that Storm offense move down the field here to start this second half. Thanks for hanging with us. KKCQ, KQ92, and YourLiveEvent.com. We hope you're enjoying today's game coverage as Kittson sends this deep to Winterovich at the 15, bobbles it on the left hash, brings it up to the 20, angles back towards the middle, and then weasels his way back to the left side. On the left hash, maybe a step inside, up to the 32, make it the 34, officially where they spot him. First down and 10 for the Storm from there.
Weaseling his way upfield, that's a compliment in football, Dawson.
First down, Storm.
11:54 just underway, second half. See what Stephen-Argyle comes out with here to start this second half of play. Shea Setterholm is under center. I formation in the backfield. Winder is the fullback, the big guy. Setterholm under center, wing back on the right side, handoff to the right. Winterovich trying to get going. And that's no gain, loss of 1. Second down.
That's a huge tackle right there. Keaton Brewer not letting go of the elusive Winterovich. He's dealing with the injury from that first half where he got roughed on that field goal attempt. Is Keaton Brewer, and he's already slower than Winterovich to start with at that defensive tackle position, as he naturally would be, but he's able to use the strong arms, make an ankle tackle, which rarely works against Winterovich.
Winterovich trying to get it going on the ground, has just 4 carries for a yard. Here's second down and 11 from their own 33 for the Storm. Setterholm tossed to the left. Kellen Johnson tucks it under his left arm, gets to the edge, up across the 35 to the 36. Ran into the sideline because we're more narrow here in 9-man football. It's a short gain of 3 for Johnson, and it's third down.
Yeah, Johnson rides the wave on that outside toss, but it was a nice job by the Bearcats stringing it out and keeping contained, not letting them turn upfield. So this is a big third down already. It's not an ideal one for Stephen-Argyle Central on the first set of downs. Probably going to have to go to the air.
Stephen-Argyle in the first half, 4 of 6 on third down. They're facing a third down and 7, opening series of the second half. Setterholm under center, toss to the left. Winterovich on the run, stopped at the line of scrimmage, spins his way forward up to the 39, and it's just a short gain, and it's nowhere near a first down.
I'm kind of surprised with that play call that they did not go to the air on 3rd and 7. They go with the run, hoping that they at least pick up 5 that you could maybe justify going for it on 4th and short, but they did not get to that 4th and short opportunity, so now it's a likely punt coming.
Shea Setterholm walking off the field on the far side, so a punt is on the way. Winder does the punting. Kittson and Muir back deep for Kittson County Central on their own 30. Winder. Just high snap, right-footed punt, end over end is away. Middle of the field, caught at the 25-yard line. Angles to the right, back to the left. Kittson up to the 35. Sprays up to the 40-yard line, diving forward for that little extra effort. They'll spot him a yard short of the 40 at the 39. First down and 10 for the Bearcats from there.
That's huge, forcing the 3 now for the Bearcats. Getting off the field defensively on that first set of downs. Now you're looking at trying to add on, make this a 2-possession game.
Oh, and Stephen-Argyle certainly in a tough spot here defensively, but they've played pretty well. The 2 scores for Kittson County Central have been passing touchdowns. It's first down and 10 from the 40 for the Bearcats here. Peterson is under center. Split backs in the backfield, Muir and Kittson. Peterson takes the snap, turns over his left shoulder, hands it to his running back in Eli Muir, who plunges across the 44, and he's down there, and a penalty flies from the official in the backfield in the area of holding, potentially. And here's the call.
Offensive holding, number 92 on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
So a 10-yard penalty against Kittson County Central on number 92 and Sam Webster. So now it makes it first down and long, first down and 20. Pretty clean game so far. So it's first down and 20 from their own 30. Football on the left side of the field as the Bearcats run from left to right, trying to knock off the Stephen-Argyle Storm, who won the section championship a year ago. In the championship game for the 3rd year in a row of the Storm. Peterson and company up to the line of scrimmage, first down and 20. Split backs in the backfield. The junior on a straight drop, tucks it, rolls out now to the right side, looking downfield. He's going to take off and run, evades a guy at the 30, up to the 35-yard line, and wrestled down at the 41. He gets 11 of the 20 back, and it's second down.
Yeah, that's a good job there from Peterson, making something out of nothing. you had that crossing route coming in over the middle of the field as he's rolling out to his right. So they're moving in the right direction, but the coverage was there. He's able to make a guy miss in the backfield, and then from there he just used his athleticism to get half of that yardage back. That's a big-time pickup.
Kind of a deflating play for the Stephen-Argyle Storm defensively. They had him behind the sticks, 1st and 20. Now it's 2nd and 9. Peterson takes the snap, bobbles it a hair, hand off to Knutson, in between the hashes, up across the 45 to the 46. A Storm hat goes flying. That falls off of Dylan Widner. He's going to have to take a seat. And it's Mirror for a gain of about 6, and it's 3rd down.
Widner trying to figure out how there was no penalty for his helmet getting taken off, but it's another good play on the ground for Kittson County Central. They have gotten it to 3rd and medium after being 1st and 20.
The Bearcats were 1 of 4 on 3rd down in the first half, 2 of 2 on 4th down. It's 3rd and 4 here on their own 46, leading 15-8. Peterson under center. The junior takes the snap. Play fake. Now a toss to the right side, and Mirror trying to get to the edge. He does, and then he stood up. Makes that Knutson on the carry across the 45. He gets about half of the 4. It's 4th and 2, and decision time for Kittson County Central up by a score.
How aggressive do you want to be here if you are Corey Whaling? Do you try to go for this, extend this drive? And I mean, this is a 2-possession game on the line with this drive right now. Are you willing to punt it away from midfield essentially? And on 4th and 2, it looks like they're going to try for it. Punt for it.
Well, they've got the punter way back at the 35. Shea Sederholm back deep to return. The Bearcats faked one earlier. A little conservative this time as the punt is away. High end over end punt. Bounces at the 26-yard line. Trickles to the near side. Inside the 20. Down at the 17. And Stephen-Argyle holds up defensively, Josh Boyko.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even imagine to illustrate how big that stop was for the Storm defensively, because you've got some momentum heading into the locker room almost, and then it gets completely shut off when you miss from the half-yard line on that sneak. Then you come out, you go 3 and out. So instead of doubling up, you've gone 0 for 2, and then Kittson County Central's got a chance to go 2-possession game, but you force the stop, you're right back in it.
Thompson slot right, Winorovich wide right as Sederholm stands in the gun. Quarterback power to the right side, has a lane as he squirts up across the 25 to the 26. 8 yards for Shea Sederholm, and we saw some quarterback design runs in that first half. Sederholm, he's got 11 carries now, up over 30, and it's 2nd and 2. So a great job by Stephen-Argyle picking up 8 yards, playing ahead of the sticks, down by a score here in quarter 3, 15-8. It's a great game. Section 8 9-player football championship. Flip the formation, receivers either side. Thompson wide left, Winorovich in the slot. Sederholm quarterback power this time to the left side. Slices across the 30, up to the 32. 6 more yards for Shea Sederholm and a Bagley Co-op Association first down. And the Storm, Josh Boyko, are pretty much forcing Kittson County Central, saying, hey, do you have an answer for this? It's back-to-back gashes of about more than 5 for the Storm.
Yeah, I mean, it's the play that they've been running the most is that quarterback power with Sederholm. They're just going, we got the best athlete on the field, we think, right now, and we're going to just keep running him up the middle.
Sederholm in the gun, but this play is going to be blown dead as it looks like Stephen-Argyle took a timeout. They did. It's a Foston Tri-Co-op timeout, 15-8, third quarter, 6:42 remaining in this third period of play in the Section 8 9-player football championship game. We'll take the timeout with them, or maybe it wasn't a timeout. Never mind.
Yeah, no timeout was ever announced by the officials, and the clock still runs.
Coach Marcus on the far side giving the side official a little bit of an earful as he turns around in disgust. His team down by 7 with 6:20 to go in the third quarter. First down and 10 from their own 32. Sederholm power again. Left side now brings it back, angling towards the middle. Spins off a man at the 39 and Russell down at the 40. It's 8 more yards for Shea Sederholm. It's his 13th carry and it's 2nd down.
Sederholm, a quarterback, not afraid to lower the shoulder at the end of a run, as he does right there. Picks up good yardage, and that power play is the bread and butter of the Stephen-Argyle Central offense. Kittson County Central has not had the answers as at the defensive tackle position to try and slow that down.
2nd down and 2. Football on their own 40 for the Storm. Setterholm under center. Hand off to Johnson. Out across the 45. In between the hashes to the 48. Marked down there. 8 more yards for Kellen Johnson. A Bagley Co-op Association first down, and the Sticks move across the way with less than 6 to go in the 3rd quarter in a 15-8 ball game.
And those blocks are starting to get further and further downfield. Owen Widner that time able to move his man back across the logo, and just a lot of good run gaps being created by that offensive line.
Thompson wide right on this 1st down and 10 from the 48. Setterholm option to the right. Johnson catches up to the 50-yard line. Tries to stiff arm a man, and a flag from the far side. That looks like it'll be holding against Stephen-Argyle. Don't want to speculate. Now I do see the signal, and it is. And that's going to back up the Stephen-Argyle Storm 10. One of the assistant coaches, it's against Anders Thompson. He went over there talking to him, and he made the motion of wrapping your guy up, and that's an obvious holding penalty. And then now it's going to be 1st down and long.
Scalise had gotten out there and made a nice open field tackle in the first place, but he'll turn that down to get 1st and 20 on the defensive side.
Will be from the spot of the foul, so not quite a full 1st and 20. It's 1st and 18. Winterwavich wide to the left. Setterholm in the gun from their zone 40. It's another quarterback power trying to get a couple of the yards back, riding on top of the pile up to the 43. And now it's 2nd down and long. .54 yards on the ground for Shea Setterholm. Kellen Johnson up over the century mark with 101. Not much to show for it, though, on the scoreboard for the Storm, down 15-8. The one score was a quarterback sneak by Setterholm. This is a big 2nd down and 15 for the Storm to try and make it 3rd down and manageable. The quarterback, Setterholm, will stand in the gun. The senior takes the snap. He's back to pass. Now has time, and back now under pressure as he fires a pass across the 50. Short hops Winterwavich, who is down on his knees. And Setterholm got hit in the backfield, and it's 2nd down, and it's 3rd and 15 on the way.
Yeah, the linebackers were at the proper depth, and the coverage was good. Just didn't have much of a window to fit it into Winterwavich, and the pressure started to get there too. Comes up short.
So 3rd down and 15. A great job by Kittson County Central of getting into the backfield that time. Nearly got to Setterholm. And the Storm now facing a 3rd down and 15. You make this 4th and 5 or less, you're going for it if you're Stephen-Argyle. But they've got work to do. Setterholm in the gun. Thompson motions out from left to right. The senior goes back to pass. Loads up. Right side. Tipped. Incomplete at the 40. And a great defensive stand by Kittson County Central that time, as it looks like it was number 8 for the Bearcats, Brock Scalise, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, you nailed it. Brock Scalise in coverage has had a couple of nice breakups. We've also seen Brody Scalise at the linebacker position with a couple of nice defensive plays. He was the one that kind of shut off the water on that previous pass play. So you see both Brock and Brody Scalise coming up with defensive pass breakups.
So 2nd punt of the half for Stephen-Argyle. Widner back deep to punt. Muir and Knutson back deep to return. Tough snap. High spiraling. Punt is away. Caught at the 23 by Muir on the near side. Up to the 30 down the near sideline. He's got a lane. There goes Eli Muir. 30, 25, 20. One man to beat, and he is in. Kittson County Central. Eli Muir. The punt return for a touchdown. It's a 77-yard punt return for a touchdown. And Kittson County Central up by 2 scores now, 21-8.
When you catch that ball on the right sideline, the goal of the punter, you're trying to pin him, and as the extra point coming here, you're trying to pin him to that sideline, but you're still able to turn up that sideline.
The extra point is good.
What a huge turn in this game.
Your score on the Lynn Forest Insurance Agency scoreboard: Kittson County Central 22, Stephen-Argyle 8 with 4:05 left to go in this 3rd quarter. We're back. Storm football after this.
Cooler weather is coming. Make sure your home stays cozy and efficient with blow-in insulation from Ada Building Center. Ada Building Center has received a huge truckload shipment of blow-in insulation. You'll now get better pricing and more ways to save. With every insulation purchase, the use of the blower is absolutely free. Lower your heating costs and keep those dollars in your pocket. Blow-in insulation. Now's the time to buy from Ada Building Center, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada.
We welcome you back here on KKCQ, KQ92, and YourLiveEvent.com. Eli Muir just had a punt return for a touchdown from 77 yards. Extra point was good. It's 22-8. Kittson County Central with 4:05 to go in this third quarter. Storm football. Do they have a response offensively? They punted the football away twice. Drives that aren't lasting very long either. Knutson does the kicking for Kittson County Central as it goes back to Winorovich on a liner. Fields a bouncing ball at the 10, middle of the field, 15-20. Slips at the 22-yard line, and he's spun down at the 24. First down and 10 for the Storm from there. So, Josh, things getting a little more tense for Stephen-Argyle, down 22-8.
Yeah, this is what you feared when you were coming out of the locker room and you go 3 and out. After missing at the 1, you miss 3 and out right away. It opens up opportunities for the Bearcats with just one big play to come up with a lead of 2 possessions. And this time it was a special teams play where you get Muir up the sideline on the punt return, and no one sealed the edge for Stephen-Argyle Central, and that leads to the biggest play of this game.
First down and 10 from their own 24. Setterholm, an option to the right side to Kellen Johnson. Rather, Winorovich out of the backfield, and like a bull in a china shop, bounces around off a couple of Bearcats across the way, falls on the 29. And the gain that time is a gain of 6 for Winorovich. Second down and 4 for Stephen-Argyle, down 22-8, 3.5 third quarter. Needing a response here offensively. They've punted the last 2 times on the offensive side of the football. Winorovich wide left, slot left, Thompson on the wide side. Setterholm, another quarterback power, bullies his way in between the hashes up to the 33-yard line. And 4 more yards for Shea Setterholm. And now third down, third and short. So third down and short now for the Stephen-Argyle Storm. 0 for 1 here in the second half, 4 of 6 in the first half. Setterholm under center, inside handoff. Johnson trying to survey his way on the left hash, and he's close, and he's going to get the first down.
That last twist in there, able to spin ahead and pick up that yard that he needed. Big conversion to keep this drive alive.
Bagley Co-op Association first down. 2:49 third quarter. Kittson County Central leads 22-8. If you're Stephen-Argyle, you'd love to score before the end of this third quarter. As the Storm come up to the line of scrimmage, Setterholm under center, wing back either side. Johnson in the 3-point stance behind him. Toss to the right, goes to Johnson, trying to get the edge, cuts it upfield across the 35 to the 37. Flag flies from the official in the backfield. And this will be a tough one if it's against Stephen-Argyle. It's another holding penalty against the Storm. So now Stephen-Argyle behind the sticks. It'll be first down and long. 2:35 third quarter. Kittson County Central leads 22-8. Receiver either way. Winorovich on the far side, Thompson on the near. Setterholm, the senior, stands in the gun facing a first down and 19. Waist-high snap, back to pass, fires a fastball at the 30-yard line. That's in and out of the hands of Raiden Winorovich. He's disappointed in himself, walks back to the huddle with his hands on his head, and it's second and long.
Yeah, it was a good route. It was a good ball thrown and just a drop. He tried to go with a chest catch. He didn't use his hands to catch it out in front of him, so it got a little bit deep in on his body, his chest, So it ends up being a drop and 2nd and 20 instead of going to be probably a 6-7 yard gain on that first play.
Winorovich wide to the right side. Thompson back to the left. Setterholm in the gun. Knee-high snap. Back to pass. Floats it left side. High pointing the football. Paniak trying to get it at the 40, and it was just a little too high. And that's 4 straight incompletions thrown by Shea Setterholm. Great coverage by Kittson County Central. They had him surrounded. It was great placement by Setterholm to try and find his 6'5" tight end, but he couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, that was honestly a pretty good ball there too. So you got to feel for Setterholm on this drive. Drop, and then that one was borderline catchable as well, but just a touch. I mean, the layering that he had to do on that throw to just even sneak that in there was pretty spectacular.
3rd down and 20 for Stephen-Argyle. Thompson left, Winorovich right, Setterholm in the gun, takes the snap, back to pass, has time, now under pressure, loads up right sideline, and it sails out of bounds, looking for Winorovich back at the 40, and it's 4th down. 5 straight incomplete passes thrown by Shea Setterholm.
At that point on 3rd and 20, you're just trying to set up your best player to go make a contested catch, but double coverage down the sideline, safety help over the top, and it was covered off well by the Bearcats.
So 4th down and 20 now for Stephen-Argyle. The last time they punted the football, Eli Muir took it 77 yards to the house. Ashton Knutson and Muir back at their own 40. Widner trying to send it over their head here with 2:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clean snap back, chest high snap, right-footed punt, angles on the far side. Knutson up to the 50-yard line, and that's not a good punt as it's going to be out of bounds at the official walking up on the far side. Could be into Storm territory. Still walking. Holding the suspense. It was out at the 45. Kittson County Central from there. And Stephen-Argyle now, Josh, they need a stop.
Yeah, you already got one stop, but again, they have just not been able to score the ball. They've had some drives where they've moved, but that was just a penalty that killed the drive with that 1st and 10 holding. They never recovered. Now you're in a bad spot.
1st down and 10 for the Bearcats and plus territory on the 45. Peterson back to pass, loading up, and then throws it at the feet of Serkinek at the 38-yard line. Ball's incomplete. Didn't have much downfield. Lived to play another down, and it's 2nd and 10. Less than 2 to go in the 3rd.
I like the idea, though, of going past there, and they've done that a lot on 1st down to start drives as they're looking downfield, and they're already on the plus side of the 50. So you're up 2 possessions. Why not try and take a shot, really get the momentum in your favor with a deep strike, but wasn't there. Smart play to start at the feet.
Bearcats trying to put the nail in the coffin, up 22-8. 2 minutes, 3rd quarter. Peterson under center, handoff right side. Knutson sidesteps a guy, has space, up to the 40, down to the 35. Stiff arms a man there. It's 11 yards for Ashton Knutson and a Bagley Co-op Association 1st down.
Anders Thompson saved a potential touchdown right there, but still a 1st down before they could get him to the ground.
1:50 and counting to go in this 3rd quarter, and Kittson County Central is on the move from left to right, leading 22-8. $1:40 remaining, led 15-8 at the half. Had that big defensive stand at the half-yard line on 4th and goal. 1st down and 10 here from the Storm 35. Peterson under center, split backs in the backfield, interior handoff to Muir, who bounces off a couple of guys and spins his way down onto the right hash, down to the 43. Make it the 33, I beg your pardon. 2 yards for Eli Muir, and it's 2nd down.
Owen Widner with the tackle there after just 2 yards. That's a good play. A stop tackle didn't allow him to spin forward for much yardage either. Widmer with the stop.
2nd down and 8. Kittson County Central trying to take an undefeated record into the state playoffs if this lead holds up. Storm fans quiet on the far side. Peterson under center, 2nd and 8 from the 33 of Stephen-Argyle. Option to the left side. They've got Knutson in the backfield trying to wrap him up, and he wiggles his way up to the 30-yard line and down to the 29 for 4 yards. And Josh, they would have had maybe a loss of almost 5 or 6 yards, but they couldn't bring him down.
Nope, just too much effort from Knutson and just willpower to fight through those tackles. He's got it to 3rd and 4 now. That's a big few yards, and even if you don't convert on 3rd down here, you can justify going for this.
It's 3rd down and 4. Kittson County Central probably looking at that play clock or that play call and said, Well, that one really didn't look good, but it worked out. They make it 3rd down and 4 off the short run. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Peterson up to the line of scrimmage. See if they snap this football down to 5. They do. Handoff right side goes to Knutson, and he's run into by a Stephen-Argyle Storm defender that time. Number 57 on the stop that time for the Storm, and that was Owen Widner. And that's a big stop to make it 4th down and about 6 yards to go. And the 3rd quarter has come to a close. 4 fingers in the air. Kittson County Central 12 minutes away from winning the Section 8 9-player championship game. 4th quarter coming up on KKCQ, KQ92, and YourLiveEvent.com.
A-Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. A-Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, A-Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Dome, YourLiveEvent.com, KKCQ, KQ92 out of War Road. Kittson County Central will have it 4th down and 4 from the Storm 29. Big down for Stephen-Argyle. They need this stop, down 22-8. Just starting the 4th quarter, everybody watch the football. Peterson comes up to the line of scrimmage, 2 running backs in the backfield. Peterson back to pass, rolls out to the right, back across his body, and it's caught at the 25, right at the sticks. Kellen Johnson has the 1st down.
That is absolutely huge to convert on 4th and 4 there. Coming out of the quarter break, that could have been a huge change of momentum, but instead, Kittson County Central and now a chance to go 3-possession lead in the 4th.
Kittson County Central looking at their play sheet and looking at their gotta have it type plays, and they did. And the completion to Johnson gives the Bearcats a new set of downs inside the 25 of Stephen-Argyle. Peterson under center, leading 22-8. They bleed the clock, snap it inside 5, handoff left side, mirror, stutter, step back towards the middle to the 20, and wrestle down at the 15. And a nice pickup by Mirror that time, and it's 2nd down.
Sam Webster at number 92, the guard, throwing a key block there, leading the way on that run, gets him a positive 1st down run.
Ended up picking up 9 yards. Didn't totally realize that. I thought it was going to go for maybe 5 or 6, but Mirror now 8 carries for 41. The 2 touchdowns for Kittson County Central. 2 touchdown passes, and then the 3rd was a punt return for a touchdown by Eli Mirror. It's 2nd down and 1 from the 15 of Stephen-Argyle. The Bearcats trying to put the nail in the coffin. Up 22-8, quarterback sneak. Peterson high steps his way through, and the official shows off his arm as he chucks a flag from the 28 down to the 14. And we'll see where the infraction came. Stephen-Argyle hoping it's against Kittson County Central.
On the offense, 85, 89, 15-yard penalty.
Well, that's a big one. A chop block that will send Kittson County Central back 15 on 2nd down.
Yeah, you're on 2nd and 1, then you have to back it up 15. It's a big one. They call a chop block on Willie Nelson and Kellen Johnson, I believe, is who they had perhaps on that.
So instead of 2nd down and 1 from the inside the 15, it's going to be 2nd and 16 from the 30. Kittson County Central in this game, they haven't particularly been good on 3rd down, as they're 1 for 6, but on 4th downs they're 3 of 3. 2nd down and 16. Peterson under center from the 30, handoff up the middle. Mirror wiggles his way shy of the 25 at the 26, 4 yards. Now 3rd down. Will be 3rd down and 12.
Be interesting to see what they do here, and I also see Muir looks a little bit shaken up in that huddle right now.
The other thing too, the clock is running, less than 10 to go now in this 4th quarter. 22-8, Kittson County Central trying to take the section championship. A touchdown here would potentially put it away. Peterson under center, split backs in the backfield. Knutson and Muir goes on a straight drop, looks to the left, now back to the right, hit as he was thrown, and it's a high pass at the 20-yard line, looking for his intended receiver in Johnson. And that's a big stop for Stephen-Argyle on 3rd down, and it's going to be 4th down, and the clock stops.
Yeah, critical clock stoppage, even though it's only 9:32 left to go. There's still some time on there. But you like to see that they get the pass break up there and they save a few extra seconds, because every time Kittson County Central's got a running clock, they're going to bleed that plate clock down under 5 seconds, you would think, in this situation.
4th down and 12. Kittson County Central's converted on all their 4th downs. They're 3 of 3. They need 12 yards from the 26 of Stephen-Argyle. Peterson back to pass, steps up, fires a fastball over the middle, and it's going to be short. Caught at the 16-yard line. And it was caught by Brody Scalise. It's a pickup of 10, but he's short, and Stephen-Argyle is going to get the football back.
Winorovich and Setterholm able to play the sticks right there. They stop on their coverage right at the 12 yards to gain mark, and then able to rally for the tackle on contact of the catch. Exactly how you draw that up if you're the defense.
So 1st down and 10 from their own 16 for Stephen-Argyle. They've only thrown the football, or rather, in the second half, Setterholm is 0 of 5. 5 straight incompletions.
And how big does that end of the first half loom right now, with probably their best scoring opportunity that they've had all game, except for the time that they did.
Setterholm, quarterback's power off the left side up to the 19. It's 3 yards, and you're down by 2 scores here. 22-8, and they need some chunk plays right here, and it's a 3-yard pickup for Setterholm, and it's 2nd and 7.
That's the thing with the Storm so far. We haven't seen the big chunk play ability that the Bearcats have been able to every once in a while sprinkle in a big gain. It's been a lot of those 5-6 yard quarterback runs.
2nd down and 7. Setterholm back to pass. Plenty of time. Stands tall. Now he's going to run with it. 25, 30. Setterholm, middle of the field, up to the 35. Diving forward to the 36 that time. And for Shea Setterholm, they get a little chunk play that time. A 17-yard scamper by the QB, and it's 1st down.
There's your explosive play right there, and it comes courtesy of a quarterback scramble from Setterholm. They've been using him a lot in the running game designed, but then when he had to act off script right there with the coverage good downfield, he becomes a dangerous athlete in the open field, and they found a way to get him involved.
1st down and 10 from the 36. Now he's back to pass again, looks to the left side, floats it, caught by Thompson at the 39, works it upfield up to the 44, and Anders Thompson will make it an 8-yard pickup, and it's 2nd down. It's the first completion of the second half by Shea Setterholm. Now making it 2nd down and 3 from their own 43, down 22-8. Quick hitter, left side. Thompson again, sure hands, picks up 5. And it's a 1st down.
And you can see the just the deliberateness that they're operating with now. They're getting in and out of the huddle quicker there. They were able to snap that with still 20 out left on the play clock. Quick hitting throw, get that 1st down, keep the chains moving.
Playing with some pace now with less than 8 to go in the 4th quarter. And Stephen-Argyle has only 8 points on the scoreboard. They trail 22-8. 2 receivers come to the near side. Winorovich will be in the slot off the right. Thompson wide right. Setterholm in the gun. Johnson, the running back, on his left hip. 1st down and 10 from the 47. Looks to the right. Under pressure from the backside. He's flushed out. Pass is caught by Winorovich at the 46. He gets popped from behind that time by Scalise. But he picks up 6 as he hangs on. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that play took a while to develop, so Scalise was able to get a running start and really lay in on that hit. Great job by Winorovich withstanding that, and they get 7 yards.
He dropped a football earlier, bounces back this time. 2nd down and 3 into Bearcat territory on the 46. Setterholm throwing again, steps up in the pocket, deep down the right sideline. Winorovich at the 11. There's another big chunk play for the Storm. Winorovich makes it 1st down and goal to go from the 10.
The energy is back in the building on the Stephen-Argyle Central side. Winorovich putting a charge in the crowd. A great diving catch as he is able to get past 2 defenders.
Now first down and goal to go from the 10. They couldn't punch it in from a half yard. What do they have here from the 10-yard line? Setterholm stays on his feet at the 5, diving forward down to the 1. 9 more yards for Shea Setterholm. And just like that, Stephen-Argyle's in business with 7 minutes to play.
You can feel the desperation that they gotta have it right now, and they are putting their will down, imposing it. They're gonna do whatever their best play is here, and drawing up the gotta have it play on second down. They want to punch this in as quickly as possible.
Kellen Johnson has not touched the football on this drive. He's ran for 102. Setterholm in the gun, receiver either way. Quarterback, quick hitter left side. Oh, what happened? Thompson caught it at the goal line. Touchdown, Stephen-Argyle. 22-14, and the Storm inch a little closer.
It looked like an RPO run pass option type of player because Setterholm is in the backfield after he takes that shotgun snap, kind of stutter stepping like he's acting. It could be a run that he could hand it off, but instead he pulls it and he fires to the left side to an Anders Thompson contested catch. Great job from Thompson to secure that one. Now they're going to line it up and try and kick this through the uprights, it looks like.
22-14, down by 8, trying to make it a 7-point game. It's a big one. Snap spot. Kick is up. It's a line drive, and it's no good. It stays an 8-point game. 22-14 after the touchdown pass from Setterholm to Thompson. Kittson County Central football. When we return on KKCQ, KQ92, and YourLiveEvent.com.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Welcome back. Stephen-Argyle just hit pay dirt to cut the lead 22-14. 6:33 fourth quarter. The extra point attempt was no good, so it stays at an 8-point game. Kittson County Central football. Section 8 9-player football championship winner off to the state playoffs. Was a 2-point game in the regular season back in week 3. It's as advertised this afternoon as we approach the 4 o'clock hour. Muir and Knutson back deep to return. Muir has a punt return for a touchdown. Long kickoff back at the 12-yard line. Fielded by Knutson, who brings it up to the 15, to the 20. Burst of speed, 25. Ripped down from behind across the 30 up to the 32. First down and 10 for Kittson County Central starting from there. And Josh Boyko, it is, as some would say, sweaty palms time with 6:26 to go in the fourth.
It sure is right now. I mean, both of these sidelines know that this game is not over yet because Stephen-Argyle Central just put together their best drive of the game when they needed it most, and they've got a couple of stops on this half. So now you just need to get one more stop for Stephen-Argyle Central's defense to give your offense a chance to go down tied up.
Peterson under center, split backs in the backfield, play action as he rolls out to his right, throwback back to the left. Mirror has some blockers out in front, streaking to the 45, to the 50, popped at the 45-yard line. And a 25-yard pickup for Kittson County Central on the very first play of the drive.
And that play does not happen without Keaton Brewer, the guard, getting out and running, and he just road graded Winorovich right there. He had no chance to make that tackle on the outside. An unbelievable block from Keaton Brewer to spark that play.
First down and 10. That's deflating for the Stephen-Argyle defense. In their territory on their 45. Peterson under center. Bearcats will likely keep it on the ground. Here they do. Knutson up the middle, surging forward inside the 45 down to the 42. A gain of 3 yards. It's second down, and there's 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter.
At some point, you got to start getting more aggressive on the defensive side for Stephen-Argyle, perhaps on, we need to get this ball popped out. We need to force a fumble, something. We saw that, I could see from this side, this angle, the defender got a hand on the ball, but it was good security from Knutson to keep an arm around it. But you got to start thinking turnover perhaps here if you give up another first down that you got to force.
2nd down and 7 from the Stephen-Argyle 42. Kittson County Central up 22-14. Peterson back to pass. Pressure off the right side. Middle of the field. Incomplete at the 14. And a flag. But a flag back in the backfield. Would have been incomplete for Scalise back inside the 20. See where the call is here.
I think I just saw an ineligible man downfield, perhaps.
Yep, it is. As the official signals to head coach Ethan Marcus. Would be a 5-yard penalty to make it 2nd down and 11. But if you decline it, it's 3rd and 7. And likely 4-down territory. It's declined. So the penalty is declined. It's an incomplete pass, and it's 3rd and 7. And Stephen-Argyle looking for a TFL, tackle for a loss, or something that doesn't go very far. 5:13 to go, 4th quarter. It's 22-14. The winner advances to the section, or rather to the state playoffs, as Stephen-Argyle's trying to defend their section championship. Peterson in the gun from the Storm 42. Takes a waist-high snap. He's back to pass. Looks to the right side, has nothing. Steps out, getting messy, out to the left side. And he's brought down from behind at the 42-yard line. Caden Paniak takes him down for no gain. And it's 4th down.
That's incredible contain from Paniak right there as he's able to use his lateral quickness. He's tall. Paniak at 6'5", 175, able to rush to the outside to get the scrambling quarterback. And that's going to make it 4th and 7. Big decision here for the Bearcats.
Well, I would likely think punt, and it looks like they will. Too risky from the 42. Setterholm is back deep to return. Right-footed punt is away. End over end, high in the air, back at the 15. It takes a Storm bounce at the 22. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Stephen-Argyle Storm from there. A game-tying drive for the Storm on the way. 22-14. Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. It's Kittson County Central by 8. The winner to the state playoffs. 4:23, 4th quarter. In 8-point game, Storm football, they've got it on their own 21. Receiver either side, Setterholm has completed 5 in a row. He stands in the gun, takes an awkward knee-high snap, fires a fastball to the left side, caught by Winorovich. He nearly broke free at the 30-yard line, and then he gets tripped up out of bounds, and the clock will stop. 2nd down and short, gain of 9.
And nearly was able to saloon door a couple of defenders right there. A little wiggle, a little shake, and he was able to get the split. He just got tripped up with the contact, but it is a 1st down, a good drive starter.
So they do get the 10 yards. Bagley Co-op Association 1st down. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Kittson County Central the 8-point advantage. 1st down and 10 from their own 31. Thompson wide left. Winorovich the wing back on that side. Setterholm in the gun. He's completed now 6 in a row. Back to pass. Steps up. A ton of green space out in front. Angles to the near side. 35. Escorted out of bounds as he crosses the 40 and out at the 43. It's 12 yards for Shea Setterholm as he's nearing the 100-yard mark, and it's a 1st down.
The scrambling ability of Setterholm has been on display the last couple of drives when they have to have something, and it's been these passing downs. The coverage has been really deep, so it's taken away the big play option, but then when you get through that initial step up through the line of scrimmage, the linebackers are not there to make the tackles, and he's been making them pay.
It's 1st down and 10 after the 12-yard scamper from their own 42, down by 8. Setterholm, option left, flips it out to the left side to Swanson. He's been quiet in this one. Takes it in between the hashes and the numbers on the far side. It's just a gain of 2. 2nd down.
Kellen Johnson was in a part of that tackle. 34, Tucker Anderson on the D end, part of that as well.
2nd down and 7. 45-yard line, Storm side of the field. Thompson left, Winorovich right. Setterholm in the gun, quick hitter again to the left side at midfield. And he's got another, not 1st down, but a nice chunk of yards for a gain of about 6.
Yeah, I feel like this Kittson County Central defense, the defensive backs, they are lining up and giving a cushion at the line of scrimmage, so it's just easy pitch and catch. that we're seeing right here. It's just quick outs to the sideline, and they're facing a 3rd and short now, but they also got out of bounds, preserve some time.
On the Bearcat 49, Sederholm's going to throw, pumps over the middle, high pass for Winorovich at the 45 as it sails out of bounds, incomplete. Sederholm has completed 7 in a row, and that one goes incomplete, and I'm kind of surprised, Josh, they didn't try and get that on the ground with all your timeouts.
Yeah, me as well, because you have to be perfect in passing situations. He sailed that pass. He had been pretty accurate this half. Even the incompletion strings were pretty good decisions. But then you miss one right there, and now it's nervous time right here. You have to have this, or else you're going to have to burn all your timeouts trying to get a stop on the next drive.
Play clock inside 5 seconds. Sederholm, it's 4th down and 1 from the 49. Takes the snap. Quarterback power surging forward. He is a half-yard short. And it's a turnover on downs with 3:29 remaining. They went with the quarterback power for Sederholm, who hits 100 yards on the ground with that run. But he's short, and it's Bearcat football.
What an unbelievable stand from this Kittson County Central defense when they needed it most. On 4th and 1 after a missed 1st down opportunity, Stephen-Argyle went back to their roots trying to get that 1st down on the ground. But the defense was just stronger that time, and now a chance to ice this one away if you're the Bearcats.
Well, Stephen-Argyle still has all 3 timeouts. Peterson handoff left side to Mir, gets to the outside, 50, 45, angles back toward the middle, wrestled down at the 40, and a 13-yard pickup that time for Eli Mir, and the clock continues to run, or will after the chains get set here with 3:20 to play.
That's a huge 1st down, as they'll either get to run a lot of clock off, or they're going to make Stephen-Argyle Central burn a timeout. I think they'll burn the timeouts later.
3:10 and counting to go in this 4th quarter. Kittson County Central has the football from our right to left, up 22-14, trying to knock off the defending section champions and stay undefeated. 1st down and 10 from the Storm 41. Peterson peers at the play clock, standing tall, now back under center, takes the snap, handoff left side, Mirror trying to get to the edge, he does, scoots his way across the 40 like he's sliding past a turnstile on the New York City subway, down to the 34, and it's another nice chunk of yards for Eli Mirror and a gain of 8.
Even though Stephen-Argyle Central knows that Kittson County Central is trying to run this football, it's been to no avail. The Bearcats' offensive line has created some gaps, and their speed to the outside is working enough. Muir, he had the punt return for a touchdown earlier, and now they're using his speed to get to the outside, but he's staying in bounds as well, just churning clock.
2nd and 3, ball on the Storm 34. Kittson County Central up by 8, late 4th quarter. Peterson, handoff middle, Mirror runs into a wall and nearly got to the sticks. He's going to be short by maybe a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 1, and Stephen-Argyle burns their 1st time out of the half.
One possession game right now, and the half yard, I keep going back to it, but it is the biggest half yard that is deciding this game right now, is when Stephen-Argyle Central did not get in the end zone to end the 1st half. It would be a game-winning opportunity drive for Kittson County Central right here to try and break a tie, or it would be at least a 1-point game if the Storm had been able to punch it in. But they still have a couple of timeouts left. This is their all-in move right here. They got to try and get this stop.
It'll be 3rd down and 1. Football is on the Storm 32. A 1st down would pretty much ice it for Kittson County Central as the Storm just burned their 1st timeout. The Bearcats up to the line of scrimmage, undefeated on the year. Potentially could be the top seed in the state playoffs with a victory. Peterson under center, 3rd and 1, quarterback sneak, and he churns forward to the 30, keeps him moving as he gets all the way down to the 26. 1st down, Bearcats.
Peterson, that's going to be a Bearcat 1st down.
They'll look to let this clock run here, so still 2 timeouts for the Storm. They're trying to preserve it and not burn it until they get a positive play on defense, but it is just more time coming off that clock with another first down gained for the Bearcats.
Bearcats in control, sniffing the section title, up by 8, 90 seconds to play. Peterson under center, handoff, rather, power, option. In and out of the hands. Oh, man. It's an option to the right side. It goes out of bounds. Josh Boyko, answer that for me. That was a horrible play called by the play-by-play guy, but that was unreal.
Yeah, that one's heading to the opposite sideline of me right now, but I'm trying to figure out why you're running a play with an option to pitch at this stage in the ball game, because that's going to string you out to the sideline, potentially run you out of bounds like a ball just did there. And it also means you are tossing the ball out of your possession. I'm not calling a play right now that has any chance of leaving my hand if I'm the quarterback.
And it stops the clock and makes it 2nd and 11. And a timeout called by Kittson County Central before a delay of game. So Foston try co-op timeout. We'll take it with them, collect ourselves, and we'll have the final $1.24 after this.
No matter the need, no matter the importance, Life Care Medical Center is here for you through it all. Find nurturing professionals providing personalized care and attention for parents and their newborns during the beginning of a new life. Find specialized surgeons giving life back to patients through a wide variety of outpatient and emergent surgeries. Find physical therapists guiding one through their most challenging times, but towards their best times. Find care close to home. Life Care Medical Center.
Welcome back, Gate City Bank Field inside the Fargo Dome. 2nd down and 11. Kittson County Central just ran an option play that perplexed me, as I was all sorts of confused. It went out of bounds off the running back's hand, so it stops the clock. The Bearcats have it 2nd and 11 from the Storm 27. 2 timeouts for Stephen-Argyle. Peterson under center, split backs in the backfield, quarterback sneak right up the middle, and he's getting a massive push from behind, right in between the hashes. Eli Peterson takes it inside the 20 to the 19 for 8 yards.
That is crazy that they got a push like that on 2nd and 11. So you've got a couple of chances now if you're Kittson County Central to just run that same play again, pick up a first down. This game is over.
A first down will seal it for Kittson County Central. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Coach Ethan Marcus of the Stephen-Argyle Storm just called a timeout. It's a Foston Tri co-op timeout. Thanks for sticking with us. It's been a great game here so far. Dawson Peterson with you. Josh Boyko down on the field. Christian Bowen behind the camera. We'll have coverage of the next 2 games as well. YourLiveEvent.com. Foston versus Fertile Beltrami. Red Lake County versus Mahnomen Waubun. All right, Josh, where do you go here on 3rd and 3?
I'd run that again right there. You just got an incredible push, and at this point, why even hand the ball off behind you? Just take the snap from the center and make sure that you are getting a yard and not putting the ball on the ground, because even if you get stopped on 4th, or you get to 4th down, you still get to run another play. You burn the last time out for Stephen-Argyle Central.
3rd down and 3. Handoff, left side. Nope, quarterback power for Peterson, and he's brought down at the 20-yard line. He's going to lose a yard. Man, and Kittson County Central here straight ahead on the quarterback sneak. Previously picked up 8, and they get a little cute with it on 3rd down and 3, and now it's going to be 4th down and 4.
Yeah, if you're Kittson County Central calling that play, the only reason you call that is if you think that Stephen-Argyle Central is all out on stopping an up-the-middle run from that last play. So it makes sense. It's kind of like how you're trying to sequence a pitch count in baseball. You're going fastball up, you're going breaking ball down, you're trying to set up a certain part of the plate to get the hitter not expecting what's coming next, and that's what they were doing right there. You get the strong push up the middle, so you're going to have to sell out for that play the next time, but it was a heads-up play to make that stop right there. I think that was Widner that got out there, 57, and made that tackle for a loss. Now it's 4th and 5.
So 4th down for Kittson County Central. Opportunities to ice this game. And I like that explanation, Josh Boyko, on setting that one up. But now the Bearcats have it 4th down, maybe call it a long 4. A receiver is either way. Kittson is slot left. Peterson's in the gun. This is the game. Chest high snap, back to pass, looks to the left. He's got space to the right, rolls out. Now he's going to fire into the end zone. Incomplete, and Stephen-Argyle is going to have a chance. Wow. A turnover on downs for Kittson County Central with 58 seconds to play.
Well, if you're the Storm, what more could you ask for right now? They
probably a couple timeouts. They have
yes, but they also got gift-wrapped a timeout in that possession on defense when it got fumbled out of bounds, essentially, and the clock stopped in extra time. So that is their extra break that they got on that drive, and now they have a chance with 58 seconds to try and put a last-ditch effort together, and they will need a 2-point conversion to work to keep their season alive.
So Kittson County Central they're banking on that 8-point lead. Setterholm in the gun, receiver either way. Waist high snap, bobbles the snap, and he's going to get it out to the left side to Winter-Ravitch. A low pass that's caught, had the makings of a disaster. It's a gain of 7. He got out of bounds, and it's 2nd down, 54 seconds to play. Football from the 27.
Yeah, and you got to move right now. You got to be looking towards sideline. But if that's completely taken away, there should be something in the middle of the field where they'll have to let the chains get reset. You can try to spike it and not use as much time. So we'll see what the defense is going to give the Storm right now.
2nd down and 4 from their own 27. Receiver either way. Setterholm back to pass. Fires a fastball to Winter-Ravitch. That's caught at the 38. Turns over his left shoulder. Dives into that wall of green of the Kittson County Central Bearcat bench. He gets the 1st down and the chains move, and there's 49 seconds to play.
Well, that's what they're giving them right there. They're giving a cushion of about 5 to 7 yards. Winter-Ravitch is sitting in that window, and he's leaning already out of bounds. The pass is taking him there, so there's no chance that he can get tackled inbounds. That's really well executed as a drive starter. It only took 10 seconds off the clock from the start of the drive, essentially, so you still have 67 yards to go, but it's a good start.
49 seconds left. Football on the 33. Setterholm remains in the gun. Takes the snap. 3-man rush. Flushed out to the right side on the 20. Now to the 35. Rather up to the 40. And he steps out of bounds on the near side at the 42. They get the 43, and it's 11 more yards for Shea Setterholm, and another 1st down as Setterholm joins Kellen Johnson as the 2 runners over the century mark today.
And that's, again, what you're looking for. If it's soft coverage or if they're playing deep, they're sending 3 rushers. If you can evade the initial rush, the linebackers are all the way back in coverage, and you have space in the middle of the field. He was able to also get out of bounds. It's another 10 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 from their own 44. 43 seconds to go. 22-14 Kittson County Central. Setterholm back to pass. Spins the football in his hands. Steps up at the 40. He can't take a sack. He does. And everybody's got to get back as he gets sacked at the 44 at the line of scrimmage. 30 seconds and counting remaining. Setterholm is going to come up to the line of scrimmage, spike it, and stops the clock with 27 seconds to play.
That's the one thing you can't have happen on the drive when you have no timeouts. You've got to get that ball thrown out of bounds, or at least at the feet of an eligible receiver. So that's a big setback on this drive now, because it was also the longest play of the drive, and it took about half of what you had remaining, and that's now gone off the clock. You got 27 seconds and 66 yards to go, so still a long way to go before you can get a heave to the end zone.
Will be 3rd down and 10 from their own 44. 2 receivers on the right side. Shea Setterholm goes back to pass. The senior fires it to Winter-Ravitch over the middle, in and out of his hands. And they're going to call a fumble against Stephen-Argyle. That kind of looked like that was an incomplete pass. As he caught it, kind of got spun down. And we're waiting for the official signal as the officials are going to come together back at the 48-yard line. And it is Bearcat football. And Kittson County Central is going to win Section 8. So the fumble is going to end the game. Kittson County Central just has to take a knee, and that'll do it. Bearcat fans go crazy. Your final score on the Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard, Kittson County Central over Stephen-Argyle 22-14. And the Bearcats win Section 8 9-man football for the first time since 2022. The post-game show is brought to you by Solely Realty. We've got our sub of the game from Main Street Station in Delia Fertile. Stars of the game by the Foston Chiropractic Clinic, the Jacobson Body Shop Toughness Award, and the Enbridge Energy Player of the game in this one. We'll wait for Josh Boyko to see if we can get the head coach, Coach Whaling for Kittson County Central here very shortly. Let's hand out your sub of the game here for this game, brought to you by Main Street Station in Delia Fertile. I'm going to give the sub of the game to Kellen Johnson for the Stephen-Argyle Storm. 102 yards on the ground. Or excuse me, I'm going to go to Shea Setterholm, my bigger partner. I know he's not a sub, but he had a great game. Had 111 yards on the game, rushing the football. Had a passing touchdown in that second half. The stars of the game brought to you by the Foston Chiropractic Clinic. Eli Muir for the Kittson County Central Bearcats will be your first star. Ashton Knudsen is going to be star number 2. Stars of the game brought to you by the Foston Chiropractic Clinic, located on Highway 2 in Foston. The Toughness Award goes to Kellen Johnson for Stephen-Argyle. He had a heck of a game on the ground, 102 yards on 20 carries, did not find the end zone, and only carried the rock 3 times in the second half. But he's your Toughness Award winner, brought to you by Jacobson Body Shop in Solway. Eli Peterson is going to be the Enbridge Energy Player of the game in this one. Eli had 2 passing touchdowns on the night, had over 100 yards passing on the game as well. Touchdowns to Eli Muir and to number 88 and Kellen Johnson. Eli Muir also had a punt return for a touchdown, as your Enbridge Energy Player of the game in this one goes to Eli Peterson of the Kittson County Central Bearcats. Kittson County Central wins it 22-14 as they advance to the state playoffs with the victory over the Stephen-Argyle Storm. Josh Boyko down on the field, looking for the head coach of the Kittson County Central Bearcats. As here in this post-game show, the Bearcats win it 22-14. And Kittson County Central will take an undefeated 10-0 record into the state playoffs, and the Bearcats could potentially be the number 1 seed in state 9-man playoffs. 22-14, Kittson County Central, that score at the end of the game, or excuse me, the end of the first half, when the Bearcats kept the Storm out of the end zone on the half-yard line. And Josh Boyko down on the field. And here he is with the head coach of the Bearcats. Josh, go ahead.
All right, Corey, take me through the final drive of this game. You guys are able to slam the door shut with the forcing a turnover. How do you guys pull this one out?
Just guts and drive and finding a way to get it done and find a way to win. That's what these guys have done all year. It's been nothing easy all year, and they just find a way and they stop at halftime. And then these couple stops here. Wish we could have got a first down just to seal it the easy way, but just made it happen.
How much confidence did you have in the defense being able to slam that door shut and just make that incredible turnover play?
I think they just, I think we play off each other, so it's trust yourself, trust your teammates, trust your coaches, and it's exactly what happened here. So.
You talked about the Bearcat letters on the logo, on the jersey earlier today. Did they come together as you expected to bring this one home?
Absolutely. Yep. There's, we talk a lot about that, representing what's the front of your jersey, and the communities out here. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the victory.
All right, thanks, Josh. Josh Boyko down there with Coach Whaling of the Kittson County Central Bearcats after the Bearcats beat Stephen-Argyle 22-14 and advance to the state playoffs. Thanks for joining us on your live event, KKCQ AM and KQ92. For Josh Boyko and Christian Bowden behind the camera, I'm Dawson Peterson signing off and saying so long. We'll have coverage of the next game on yourliveevent.com and 96.7 FM KKCQ.